Did it break?
Maybe. I might have done the computer up.
We will see you next week.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I wish this was Dragon Ball.
If this was Dragon Ball Street.
Hello, and welcome back to Tabletop
there we
Fables
go.
and episode 13 of Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y and the Descent into Avernus. We're going to go around and introduce ourselves, starting from the one with his hand up.
Oh my god. Hi, I am Brett. I am playing Professor Montebank, a human wizard of the Enchantment School, who basically will do anything to keep this town safe from hell. Apart from that, he just wants to be an adventurer to live through this crisis because he is under the belief that that is the only way to survive.
To live through the crisis. To live is to survive.
Yep.
Wise.
Yeah. My name's Blake. I'm playing as Raz, who knows that to be a complete and utter falsehood, but is not going to tell him because that would just break his tiny little wizard heart. I'm a rogue who's going around stabbing people quite a lot and gets bitten and stabbed a lot in return.
Fair's fair.
Fair's fair.
That's how it works.
Once bitten, twice stabbed.
Twice shanked.
I like Shad.
Shad is
Not
pretty good.
too shabby.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Inspiration, thank you very much.
G'day there, I'm Cooper. I'm back after about 3 months away. It's glorious. I'm playing Sarissa, a tiefling eldritch knight who is on the trail for some cultists, looking for them because she has reasons to do so, and these guys keep popping up. So, she's back. He's back.
She's back.
Cool.
She's back.
Speaking of back, I am also back for another week. My name is Matthew, and I'm playing Plume of Smoke, or in brackets, Smoke. We won't see the brackets in the session, but
Reading speech.
And then just put them around your name.
excellent. I am playing a Tabashi Milk Cleric, as he hasn't really probably healed that enough of people or entities to be considered a life cleric, I guess. But we're working on that, you know.
I do remember that time you went to like the battlefront and just cured everyone.
Yeah. You've done a fair bit of healing to get the things you want through the city.
Are you sure that was me?
Pretty sure.
No, no one was there.
As a DM, yes.
As players,
I'll take it. I will take it.
But you do seem to heal people when they get something in return.
So last week you went to the Lowlands and founding Amric Van Thamper, the man you'd been hunting. And following him through the city streets, you saw him going about his business, collecting money quite brutally for the people of the town. Finding him going to the flower vendor, you saw his guards waiting up front and quite quickly dispatched of them.
we kind of assumed he was doing more bad things, and then it turned out he wasn't.
You're just buying flowers at that point.
It's very saddening.
And he quickly disappeared, running down the street, where you tried to stop him and he fought the magic until he found an inn. Going into the inn, he made a last stand, but due to some convincing, everyone stood down and left him to his own devices, and he was very quickly dispatched shortly after. After dispatching him, a strange woman showed up, introducing herself as Rhea, and upon hearing the town guards were coming, advised that she wanted to leave very quickly. We would like you to go with her, knowing that you know about the hells. So disappearing through the crowds, you ended up back at your old warehouse.
We missed a minor detail there where Smoke spared Van Thamper's life, and then What's-Her-Face walked in and stabbed him in the heart.
Well, spared his life is a bit rich.
Well, yeah, we did drop him to the ground, and he spared the dying, and then she killed him again.
You also left the coin purse full of coins. A lot of them. A lot of them.
Raz is devastated.
So how close behind us were you, fella?
Walking through Lord Ramrose, you see a woman with a cloak up, and you catch a flash of her dark skin and her red hair, and your mind flashes back to the moment you were climbing over the city walls and you saw her disappear down the streets being chased by the Flaming Fist Guard. And to your surprise, 3 of your new friends are following her, and they seem to disappear into a warehouse down the end of a cobblestone street.
I would like to... So they've just gone inside?
Correct.
Yeah, I'd just sort of like to go up and just scope the place out. Like, I'll take 10 minutes just to scope the place out.
Yeah, you notice that there's a water system at the back that seems very damaged. Inside the house. So, I think we're away from them now. Should we be safe here?
Should be, yeah.
Tell me, what do you know of the hells?
Other than that they're coming and they're being led by Archduke Zariel, not much.
But there's 9 of them, ruled by.
So I was just saying, I'd also like to try and listen to this while I'm going around it.
Yeah, perception with disadvantage.
Yep.
I've heard they're very hot.
That one.
Actually, it's a common misconception. Cania is actually ice cold. That's the 8th level, ruled by Mistopheles.
Yeah, the first one's quite hot.
That is.
Yeah.
This is standard, but there's variation.
So what are we doing to stop it then? We have to do something, surely.
The man we killed was part of a family of cultists.
That were in the process of trying to bring the Hells to Baldur's Gate, yes.
So if we keep killing all the cultists, since they have to put the legwork in, then we should be fine.
The cultists. Which cultists?
Of the Dead Three?
The dead 3.
You know better than I do. Bane, Merkel,
Yes, and Bal.
Bal, yeah, those 3.
Yeah.
The dark gods.
Yes, them. Killed cultists of their lot a bunch. There was some dragon cultists kicking around as well. We didn't kill them.
They just seem to be funding all these evil cultists.
Yeah.
You seem to know a lot about what's going on.
Really?
Do we?
Do you know of Thavius?
Davius. Do we?
You would have heard of him, for sure. He was the High Overseer of Elturel.
The High Overseer of Elturel?
Yeah.
That's all I know, I'm afraid. I think.
What of him?
I believe him to be here somewhere in the city. I'm trying to find him, to see if he knows anything about what's happening.
Wouldn't... Forgive me if I'm wrong, wouldn't the High Seer be kind of useful in Elturel right now?
Too late for that.
Oh.
So he's sunk into the ground and the flames rose high.
Oh, so there is a point of no return.
I'm hoping not, but
Sort of sounded
rumours are he came here.
Okay. Have you found any leads leading towards him or no?
I was on my way to before I was confronted with the flaming fist. I barely escaped.
Well, we know we're on pretty good terms with them, possibly until today.
Captain Zoj, yes?
Yeah.
On good terms, how?
We gave him ears. He gave us money.
So you work for him?
No, more mercenaries. He's had us looking into cultist vampires.
You see her sort of reaching towards us all a little more cautious as she surveys you.
Dead 3 cultists. The bad ones.
I don't know too many good cultists. There was that Baal cultist who was murdering people in town. He stopped him. He stabbed you a few times.
Oh yeah, mercilessly.
Yeah, the dead 3 ones, we got them. That was where we met that tiefling.
Yeah.
Then
and that robot.
Oh yes, Legion.
Yeah.
Fascinating being. But also the vampire. Killed her. No,
we didn't kill her. Not for lack of trying.
Vampire.
Yeah, it's a Bruxer.
Working with the cults.
Just causing trouble. We didn't, maybe not necessarily a link.
But it's either working with them or they were milking her for blood. It's unclear.
Actually, can I, on that,
Okay.
I'd like to just roll a history check. He was getting, what, a black rose?
He was getting 12, yes.
Can I roll a history check to note the symbology of that in the language of flowers that he might have been giving it to her?
Yeah.
17?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, Smoke ears perk up at the thought of milking a vampire. Thinks about interjecting with a question about said milking a vampire. Seeing the seriousness of the looks on fellow party members' faces, decides for once not to ask the stupid question and just takes a step back.
I wish we could notice that.
Let me roll psychic damage.
Tell me, the bodyguards on the street, what happened to them?
Are we froze them in place and killed them?
Why?
Well, they're working for the occultists trying to bring about hell to the city. Why wouldn't we?
And they were also treating the local folk in a less than desirable manner, and we had no choice but to step in.
Ah, very noble.
I mean, they had no choice but to step in.
Let's be real here. I had no choice but to step in.
That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Or trying to.
It was definitely your dagger that killed them.
Daggers.
Daggers.
Well,
Possibly poor life choices as well.
sword straight out.
Also, who does Paige see at the door?
A somewhat familiar tiefling.
Wow. Speak of a tiefling and they shall appear.
Devil's Spawn?
Yes, but the one that helped us kill the cultists, the Dread 3.
Can it be trusted?
More than a lot of other.
Probably.
Hang on!
Perhaps we can ask her if she can be trusted.
Didn't she say something about also being against the Hells coming to... then yes. I would say yes.
To be honest, I can trust her more than I trust you.
That is fair.
Well then.
I'll get it.
Hello there.
Come on in. We're just talking about you.
Explains the sniffles in here.
Hello.
Greetings.
And who are you?
You can call me Sarisa. And you?
Rhea, close the door.
Smoker wanders up to Sarissa and extends his hand. And you may call me Smoke.
Indeed I shall.
Takes your hand. Sort of like a dainty sort of slow shake.
We've met before, haven't we?
Well, a face like this is not necessarily the easiest to forget. Why is it that I find you three in the center of trouble?
When have you ever found us anywhere else?
That is a good point.
We tend to live here now. It's...
And we're official guild members now.
yes, we are.
Our own adventuring guild.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're legally allowed to cause trouble. Everything we did was totally legal because of that one piece of paper. It's amazing.
On the one piece of paper, can we see like a list of things that aren't?
Well, it's in my pack, so...
It is just a seal, essentially.
So there's a lot of things we can't do because it's expressly not forbidden.
It doesn't say on there. You'd think common sense would dictate.
I was going to say, how well do you know Baldur's Gate lore?
How well do I know Baldur's Gate?
Not at all.
I was asking Matt.
Not at all.
How well do I know?
And so, how are you finding the city to hide in?
As far as I'm concerned, it can burn to the ground.
It probably will.
Ideally not though.
Yeah, ideally not, but probably will.
I'm presuming you are here on some business for the
Yes.
riders?
I'm looking for the High Overseer of El Terrell. It reminds me. Did you question the man, Anric?
No, you killed him before we could do that and take him alive.
Because that's what
with the battle there was questioning.
No, we were too busy fighting. How do you fight?
I usually get the information I need first, and then kill if needed.
It is the smarter way to do it.
Yeah, we've never been known for doing the smart thing.
I can tell.
Yeah.
There have been rumours of the Van Thamper's guards walking with the High Overseer in the city
Oh.
by cloak of night.
Oh. I'm immediately suspecting some sort of kidnapping.
Not from what I've heard.
More than
Oh.
once, or
Just rumours on the wind, whispers.
When was the most recent rumor?
About 6 days past. That's why I'm here now, looking into matters.
well, I don't know this man that well, but if one was to sell one's town out to the powers of hell, that'd be quite the bargain. They do like making bargains.
If he's hanging out with people who are trying to do the same thing here.
Well, who would this person bargain with?
Well, probably who was it?
What?
Oh, what's her name?
Zhao.
Oh, you meant from the Hells themselves. I thought we were talking about, on this plane still.
Well, if he's responsible for the destruction of the city of Eldorel,
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
depends on what their motives are.
Would you happen to know their motives?
No, honey. You're a much simpler task.
But you've met her after all.
Archduke Zariel?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, her motives are to take over the entire Prime Material Plane.
because you managed to delay it somehow.
Yeah, we had to give her... What was it called? Ow.
Tis about it.
Ruse would... Yeah, I was going to say, Ruse would know.
I thought we
Is
were.
Beldath
We
some
were
sort of
very.
some sort of ink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as I recall it, I thought we were very, very tough and imposing, and she felt intimidated. So she said, "Oh, I better go and fight some more and level up, and I'll come back in 10 years."
Now it sounds like she's trying to level the whole hells into the prime material plane.
I'm sorry, did you find some sort of mushrooms on the way back to that clearing? Or did we just perceive entirely different things?
Well, it's just how I like to think about it. It just makes me feel a little bit better when I think about what we went through those years ago.
Oh!
The more you know.
You can go right ahead, keep on.
So what do you know about... Can we track this man down?
The man Amric you killed.
No, the other
no.
one. High Sir of Elturel.
Oh,
What's his name
perhaps
again?
if he's with the Van Thampers, he'll be at the manor in the upper city.
So what I'm hearing...
Or we could find his brother Mortlock.
We met him as well.
Yeah.
We did meet Mortlock.
He helped us with the Dread 3.
Yeah,
Not you.
yeah.
He's apparently an outcast of the family now.
Yeah, he was in the process of being executed, best as I can tell.
Seems that information has broken down.
Yeah. He fled the city pretty much as soon as he got the opportunity.
How long ago?
Oh, can't have been more than 2 days.
3 or 4.
Is it?
Yeah, we...
That's been that long.
yeah. Oh, maybe.
Well, if he's left the city walls, I doubt we'll be able to track him from here with what's going on beyond them.
He's definitely got beyond the city walls.
We might have to go to the manor, find out for ourselves.
Alrighty.
Well, we'll have to prepare.
Indeed. How do you prefer to go about your breakings and enterings? Do you prefer to do them, in a way that you might not be noticed, or are we leveling the place?
Well, usually I've done my armor and my sword and do this honorably. Perhaps not the best time for it when I'm wanted in the city.
Well, that does sound like leveling the place, which I am A-okay with if there is dicketry as I
think we should be quiet.
gathering.
Find out what we can, get in and out without being seen.
Exactly what are you wanted for?
What am I wanted for?
Are you wanting for?
Entering the city.
She's
what?
illegal.
Ah!
Oh. Did not follow the proper processes?
We are all refugees from Elturel.
Ah.
Oh.
Those of us who are still around.
Smoke starts to construct a protest sign.
Perhaps if you are looking for a more quiet path of entry, I might be able to provide a little help in that department.
How quiet can you make us?
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be quiet, but it would not be outrageously out of the norm.
Any specific?
I was going to say, we're going to need some sort of elaboration here,
We
friend.
could make it a diplomatic meeting.
I can make the disguise myself.
Diplomatic how?
She reaches and pulls up a necklace, like just a small chain necklace, and pulls it over her head and sort of gets stuck on her horns a little bit. Places it down. It's a signet ring of the Corvus family.
Any of us, like, Raz is going to point it out, just like, any of us know what that means. Anyone?
Looks like a signet ring of the, judging by the heraldry, some sort of family of crows.
My name is Lilith Corvus. I am the firstborn descendant of my father,
That's a raven.
who I can't remember his name. Lord Corvus. He is a merchant lord.
Okay. Of who and where?
The city.
How? This city even? Oh, that's even better.
And they are the biggest family of moneylenders. It wouldn't be that big a stretch for you have to go and in this time of crisis
Exactly.
take a substantial loan. Then you could get a substantial loan and then we could kill them.
The
We should probably prove that they're trying to bring about the hells before we go about doing that.
The difficulty would be the complications that would arise is I sort of left the family behind recently. And struck
How
out on my
recent?
own.
Okay, how recently would they know about it?
Yeah, a week or something. And the last I spoke to my father about it, he wanted me back in 3 months.
Well, if you've left the family, then even better. You can take money to start up your own company.
Or I could just waltz in under my
False
family
pretenses.
name.
From what I understand, they have a pretty good spy network.
Well, my father has not
Oh, it's made of
disavowed me from the family. I simply run out.
Smoke steps forward to Sarissa. Well, as you all know, I am a cleric, and in my spare time, I've been known to offer mediation services. Would you like me to run some sort of counseling session for you and your family?
I'm quite alright with that. I do not think
Okay.
the issues that I have would be solved by mediocre therapies.
Don't call his therapies mediocre.
Or therapies.
Ouch.
But fair.
Well, that is an option we could pursue.
Either way, resting and recovering from our injuries, letting them lower their guard. So then during the daylight, they seem nighttime people we could either approach legitimately or through violence.
Sorry, did you say during the daytime?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because they always operate at night. So during the daytime, they'll be asleep. And also, if we go up, contact them right now, they'll be on high alert.
If
Or
I'm
if we
correct, I was tracking Henrik through the day, and you murdered him
During the day.
Really?
He was operating in the day.
Are you assuming that you're fighting vampires?
Oh, yes, he threw so many of those smoke bombs down, my vision's been a bit blurry.
Honestly, that's fair. It's entirely fair. But yeah, we can, going in at night seems
yes.
an easier way.
Whatever they're doing, they keep up appearances during the day.
Yeah,
They should.
yeah,
Wouldn't give them much time to sleep otherwise.
exactly. So, going in at night seems a good plan. Possibly, I'm thinking, as useful as using your family name might be, I feel it might just be simpler to just sneak in, get what we need, and leave.
Well, it provides a way in. If you wish to sneak around the place, we can provide distraction.
I've had a look already. It is guarded throughout the day.
Throughout the day? Throughout the day?
Throughout the night also.
Well,
There is a change of guards. Seems to be every 6 hours or so.
okay.
Can you disguise yourself as a guard?
I have the... You're something given I can cast it. I have the disguise self spell.
I've heard of it. Never found too much use for it myself.
Perhaps I could knock on the door. I've heard of some clerics knocking on front doors and offering to talk about their deities.
Oh, missionary.
That could be one way.
Have you got a little book? I find the ones that have come to my doorstep always have a little book.
You do know why they employ guards, right?
They would also know who we
I
are.
was going to say, they're going to know our faces by now.
Yes, if the guards were attending, they're sure to have reported.
It's most unfortunate for you, especially, because and probably also for you as well, because I mean, us two, we can sort of, put stuff on our various skins, and we look like different people.
Providing it does not float around.
Now listen, you. Oh, let's not get into that conversation just yet.
You seem a little bit pale.
Pale as usual.
A little bit.
Ah,
Your skin is whiter than mine now.
that's so weird. I felt so good last day. I don't understand it. Anyway.
Fair enough.
No, in any case,
Maybe all the loss of blood's catching up with you.
oh, it should have. Good lord.
Just delayed blood loss.
So we should pick one plan, focus on that. So we have...
Well, this is, it can provide an opening for us to get in, and...
That might at least get us past the outside barrier defences.
Exactly. And if all falls to shit, then...
All
we can
falls to
just-
shit.
All falls to shit.
Plan B is the plan. That's the other option anyway. So yeah, we might as well try to get through in as far as possible, and when that fails...
Well, I am here for Krieg, but if this will stop the hells coming, then I will help any way I can.
Krieg?
The High Overseer, Elturel.
Thank
He
you.
would know...
Yeah,
He
that name.
would know who... would he happen to know anything about these kidnappings?
I plan to ask him.
Also, just can we take a huge backpedal for a second? You mentioned something about a Hell Rider?
Hell Riders, yes.
Yes.
Who are they? Have I forgotten who they are?
That's a nightly order from Elder Rada.
Just my people.
Oh,
Think of them as the special forces of gnats. They are very well trained, from my understanding.
all right.
Do you need a horse? I have a really good one.
I do, but not much good in the city.
Yeah, that's sort of what we found as well.
What do you feed them?
Feed them the horse, feed them hay, and sometimes fruit.
Okay.
I assume you can procure those things.
I'm certain the city has an abundance.
Anyway, okay, yeah. Would it be so far-fetched for you to go to meet them at night?
I don't see why not, but it would be unorthodox. I imagine they would be suspicious.
Well, I mean, for a woman who has run away from her family, I imagine you would be doing unorthodox things.
Well, that's as to whether or not they know that. For all anyone knows, I am simply just doing my own thing, as I have done for the past 20 years.
Right, okay.
I've always been more of an independent soul among the family.
I think we will have to approach during the day.
I believe that would be the best course of action.
Yeah, right.
If we want to sneak in during night, then, well, we could attempt for me to walk in under my family name.
If you believe you can, perhaps a fact-finding mission first before we worry about assault or break-in.
That is always good. Reconnaissance is always a good
You
idea.
could also send your familiar with a message.
Flies down from the roof and just lands on my
On
shoulder.
a scroll. Yeah.
I could.
Speaking of familiars, there's also Paige and Hawk.
Yes.
I wish I was so familiar. Hawk just, what's it?
It's an hour. Oh,
Does it have a name?
oh, it doesn't have a name, no.
Yeah, Hawk just eyes off the owl suspiciously.
With good reason.
I think it feels slight feelings of jealousy.
So, should we either approach the gate, send a message, just have a look around? One of these options.
I was going to say, we'll recon it first.
Do we want to, rest up for the night, or do you want to go out and do some reconnaissance tonight?
I've used up much of my spell power, but I'm still capable. But if they throw their full forces at us, I'll be in trouble.
Well,
Right,
just
so
always
you're,
good to
so
go.
you're probably not doing reconnaissance then.
I could. The familiar will help.
Yeah. And we're doing said recon at night? Question mark?
Well, I imagine that would be beneficial.
Perfect, I can come along too.
If we wait 8 hours, it's how we've been able to restore my arcane.
What's the time currently?
It's mid-afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Do you want to just take an early nap and we'll wake up bright and early in the morning? Or should I say dark and early?
I could use some rest.
Cool. Smoke, watch over them if you can.
I am a tabaxi. I always need my rest.
He likes a good cat nap.
Of course. Alright.
We rest. Long rest.
As you get ready, you see Raya take off the cloak, and you see fine-looking armor underneath. And she sees pain as she starts peeling it off, and you see that she's got a large gash across where it seems like swords pierce through the part of her arm and cut through.
Yeah.
Sarissa sort of just comes over and helps her and starts talking to her.
Smoke comes over and just casts Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
I am
Let's
not
make a way for her.
undressed.
Raz can do nothing helpful.
What are you doing at the time?
Raz up.
Actually, wait a minute.
Thumbs up.
I was about to say, how the thought has occurred. Why would you make that exact noise when I'm like talking about potentially watching somebody who's bleeding profusely? God, what strange assumptions are we making? But is she?
Yes.
Well then.
She pulls the armor off with Sarissa's help. A wound that seems to have scabbed over, splits a bit and starts bleeding. Roll a wisdom save.
Ah, yay.
Sarissa's there, just sort of coughing out a cloth and just like holding it while Smoke does his work.
Yay, cursed die. Ooh, not so cursed today apparently. 21.
A pang of hunger washes over you as you see the blood seep out, but you shake your head and shrug it off.
It's at about this time that Raz finally clicks to what's going on.
Raz, you seem a little bit pale.
You feel a slight cut on your tongue as you notice that two of your teeth have sharpened slightly. And then the cut just sutures itself.
Oh. As Sarissa's sort of helping her out, she goes, "So, my dear, could you tell me all about everything you know about these rumors?
Which rumors?
Specifically the kidnappings."
The kidnappings.
Hmm.
I'm not aware of kidnappings.
I thought that's what you said. There was some rumors of kidnappings.
No, rumors that Darius Krieg is here.
Hmm.
Not in El as believed, but here.
I'm the one who made the kidnapping assumption.
Yes, I don't believe he was kidnapped.
Hmm.
I believe he is in the care of the Van Thampers. For one reason or other, I will find out.
Fair enough. Tell me about this Krieg anyway.
He is the overseer. He watches over the city, makes the big decisions, employs us.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find out what he knows and how he can stop it.
All right. Well, you will have. I'm sure you will have all of our aid in that.
Yes, sir. And I will aid you if it means stopping the hells.
Well, I guess we shall try what we can.
For now, I think it's best to rest and prepare.
That would be a good idea.
And thank you. It's gone. Completely.
Tell all your friends that came from Eldath.
Most of them are dead.
Tell the ones that ain't dead.
I'm going to get some sleep.
Okay.
The ones that aren't dead are us. And we know.
Oh.
It's never too
Can I
late to
roll
think of your immortal
insight?
soul.
Yes.
Oh.
Does she think of us as friends?
What
a thing to roll.
insight of 18.
For what question?
Whether she has any friends or left.
She wouldn't. She doesn't seem to know, but she knows the ones that she knew of have disappeared or died.
Sarissa just walks past him and just like flicks his tail and just goes smooth.
Smoke turns to Sarissa. Never do that ever again.
She's standing about 5 feet away from you, so her tail just whips out and flicks yours and then she walks off.
Without permission. Smoke Druid crafts a flower.
Yep.
For her. Like, hopefully a flower that maybe one of her friends used to find or have some sort of importance for, but just a flower to just make her smile.
You see a slight smile shadowed by sadness as she takes it and nods. And then you see her settle down by the dead fireplace, wraps herself in the cloak and closes her eyes.
Hang on a second. I don't have spare bedrolls, do I? I might. I can't remember. Wait, oh, shit.
They're all back at the other place.
Yeah, she can take my bedroll.
She seems quite happy.
Yeah, if she wants it, she can have it. Sarissa's going to stay up for probably half an hour or something with a glass of wine and just go around the warehouse to make sure it's secure and stuff, and see if there's look out windows and shit, see if there's anyone.
Yeah. In Lower Brampton, it doesn't seem like there's many people around. You see a couple of vagrants wandering the streets. That's about it.
Yep.
I've been to sleep for a while. I'm using Paige as a pillow, and it's very clear that she's not a real cat because she's just laying there and doing like.
For some reason puffs up a little bit and gets fluffier.
No.
Is there a spot on the rafters inside of which I can wedge myself?
Yeah, probably.
Sweet, I do that.
Yeah.
Despite being in like what I assume is a safe place, I'm still kind of paranoid.
I assume there's a window somewhere close.
There's some small windows. Most of them have wooden battens that come down that you can lift up.
Cool. Smoke will move to the window, open to one of them, and usher Hawk out to go and get some food for itself.
Yeah.
Because sure knows I can't feed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then go to rest.
Yes.
Yeah. Half an hour after you go to rest.
Yeah, she would have finished her glass of wine and go to bed.
Yeah. So everyone's resting. You have a dream that there's a fountain. It's a fountain you saw in Medusa's garden, and you're drawn to it. And you know you're being drawn to it, but you can't stop it. And you walk to it and step into it. and as you do, the water turns to blood and cascades over you. And you start awake after everyone has their long rest. You've taken another level of exhaustion.
Oh, awesome.
So put you 2 levels.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Do we get woken by this?
No, but everyone sort of wakes up similar sort of time. You see Reyes sort of sitting there scrubbing her armour, trying to clean it up a bit.
That's great. If I remember rightly, that's disadvantage on attack rolls now, yeah?
Yeah.
2 levels would be ability checks and half movement speed, I believe.
That's level 3. First one's ability check, second one's attack rolls.
Alright, no worries.
Third one's movement speed, and
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I thought 2 and 3 were the other way around.
Cool.
Well, what's the plan then? You look like you need to eat.
Oh, I've got some
Yeah,
rations.
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I'll eat whatever that is.
It's like some hardtack.
Ah, awful, but it'll work,
There's a reason it's still left.
hopefully.
It tastes like ash in your mouth as you eat it,
Oh, awful.
more so than usual.
Oh, dicks. I can see where this is going. Okay.
So, do we want to? What is the plan? It is.
I believe it's reconnaissance time, is it not?
Yeah, we'll get close. The familiars can scout around. It's new. You're quite light on your feet.
Yeah, totally.
But what about breakfast?
It's nighttime.
What about a midnight snack? You're not feeling a bit hungry?
Well, I'm just eating some tack, so.
Sarissa's just got an apple and she just carves it, picks it up, slices it out with a knife and eats
Don't you have a hatch full of milk?
Yes, and I do love my milk, but I don't know if I can sustain my entire life on it. Is there any food left in the kitchen?
No, everything's been completely.
Yeah, okay. Then I
Actually, can I grab one of my
get
bottles?
to wait, did Hawk bring anything back?
Yes.
He ate
We're
them
gonna
before I
see-
came back.
That's right, there's like 6 of them in there, isn't there? Yeah, have that.
I put the empty bottle back in. Because that'll come in handy at some point.
Possibly.
If we see a place on the way, we can get something quickly.
Yeah.
If you're good, we can get chicken nuggets.
Well, shall we then?
Yes, let's be off.
Thank you again. I feel much better.
I am glad, and I hope you have learned a valuable lesson from this.
Yes, never trust the flaming fist.
That'll do.
It's as valuable a lesson as any. Onward. Yeah.
Yeah. So you start heading up, middle of the night at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You start heading through the streets, working your way down. Everyone's closed up still. There are a couple of small inns open still, but everything else is closed. And you make your way through to the upper city. You get to the gates to the upper city. You see Rhea shrink away into the shadows.
Are they just standard town guards there?
Yes.
Professor, what do you reckon the bet is that as soon as you try to get through these gates, we're going to get arrested?
They arrest us. We did the city a service.
Right, they're not going to see it as that yet.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Why would they arrest us?
Yeah.
I am the Archmage of the city. I alter self and change my appearance to look like the Archmage,
Okay, yeah.
including my vocal cords.
Okay, yeah, that's slightly more compelling.
Alright, if all of you follow me, including you.
Are you sure about this?
Very.
Puts the hood up.
In fairness, he's sure about everything.
I just stride with the staff in hand.
This should be
forward.
interesting.
See one of the guards slow you on. Oh, Archmage. Sorry. Opens the gate and hurries back.
Head through with an entire show.
I'll say, yeah, head with him.
Walk through with confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smoke struts.
They close the gate, and you just hear in the background, What do you think he's doing down there? I don't know. Best not to ask questions.
My face shifts back. I'm not going to impersonate him constantly. But I am going to keep that spell up for the next hour.
Okay.
This is impressive.
Yeah, most useful. How do you do that?
What's...
Questions for later.
We still have to be wary of the guard patrols.
Probably.
Do you know where the manor is?
I don't know, history?
I would assume Sarissa would know.
Yeah, you know.
Follow me.
And she'll lead her way.
Follow her.
So you wind your way down to the southeast of the upper city, where you see a small hill, not many houses around it, some trees, but you see the rise of the manor above a 10-foot tall stone wall.
As we're sort of approaching, like 300 feet away or whatever, Sarissa will send a familiar up. It's a black owl, and it will just sort of fly around the night sky, just basically go over, do a once over, and then come back within communication range and communicate everything it sees.
It sees 3 lots of 2 guards patrolling. They seem to stop in the corners and then move around. They seem to be constantly moving.
Would you get a gauge as to like how long it takes for the guards to complete a circuit?
They seem to stop for about a minute. Probably takes each lot of guards to get back to the point they started about a minute.
Yep. No worries.
I'd like to change my form to a wizard I know from Candlekeep, and then prestigitate, assuming can do is prestigitate my robes to be like the grey robes, which I'm going to have to redo every minute.
Yep.
I know prestigitation is up to an hour.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's do every hour.
Yeah.
Which so yeah.
Well, who's taking...
So you know as well from your vantage point, there is a stable in the back left corner surrounded by some trees on the inside of this large rectangular keep. On the southern side there are 2 doors, one with a road that leads straight through the stables, the other one leading to the main doors. You see that it's 2 stories high.
Big place, lot to look at. How do we want to go about this?
I'm happy to walk past. Just one more thing I need to do. So from my metallic staff, sort of bit like Sauron's from Lord of the Rings, but grey, I take the crystal gem, put the staff itself in the bag of holding, put like the crystal in my pocket because that's the actual spell focus.
All right.
I would like to do this without any violence, if possible. So, just
Unless for whatever reason they decide to attack us, there'll be no violence.
As a note, Sarissa's left her rapier and her whip with her pack back at the warehouse, and she's just got the dagger with her.
Yeah.
I, in the meantime, am some sort of strange hoarder and have so many weapons.
Yeah,
So
hers is like the dagger that you give to nobles to like
Yeah.
have this dagger because defense.
Yeah.
It's a Candlekeep scholar, Sarissa. What are the other 2 doing?
I mean, they seem to have this whole thing sorted out on their own. I'm just going to hang out in a dark corner somewhere.
Would you like to go for a stroll, my lady?
Indeed, I would.
Smoke or dry and browse.
I think I'll stay with you. It's too dangerous to go into. We know what we're dealing with.
So we just walk past the front door and...
So you get up to the front gates. They're gilded with bars, and you see a guard patrol running around the house to the east side.
As we're when we're not in like direct view of guards, Sarissa is going to send a familiar, so it's like 90, 100 feet up, probably about 80 feet up, and within range, so she can get the link, and she's going to essentially, basically like hold your arm and cuddle up as a couple would, and keep walking, and she's going to go blind and deaf and use her familiar senses to get a bird's eye view of things, and then whenever the bird sees that they're about to be in line of sight of some guards, she'll snap back to her own senses and then just go back up. And
Roll a perception with advantage.
Yep.
I am strangely familiar with this.
Using mine or the owls?
The owls.
The owls?
That's why it's a bunch.
Yep. It would probably be +4, I believe.
Very likely.
So 14.
14. Yep. So your owl sort of sweeps around a little bit, has a look inside. One thing you notice is in the top corner bedroom, you see a very withered-looking man in his 30s, greasy skin and lanky hair, wandering around with a book. He stops and he stares out for a second. You think he's staring right at you, but as you keep watching, it seems like he's just staring blankly out the window. And the hour goes around and he just keeps reading his book and disappears beyond the window.
Sarissa will communicate this to Montbank.
Interesting. Are you able to create an illusionary image of this person? Not to me now, but to our Hellrider friend.
I'm unable to provide that kind of magic. Mine is a lot more explosive.
Can you draw?
I have found myself dabbling.
So, okay, what? Head past the front gate. The front gate specifically defended, or
It's locked and barred.
okay. But no guards there.
Not right this second. They patrol in circles. You know they'll be there in a matter of moments between. There's probably a window of 15 seconds where they won't be there.
While this is going on, I think we're in a dark corner of some sort, but if there's any...
There's some trees around. You could probabit just slink into there. So like a small park area.
Yeah, cool. With whatever light that there is, Smoke is going to just pull out a bit of paper and whip out the charcoal pencils and just start to draw like almost like a family portrait of sorts.
Yep.
Of just all of the members.
Roll a performance check with disadvantage because you're doing it in the dark.
Yeah. Actually, this would probably end up better.
Dark vision, don't you?
I don't. Yeah, Tabax is with.
Do you have dark vision?
I do. Yeah.
He sees in grayscale.
Okay, just roll one. Disadvantage.
Just roll again.
Yep.
Just roll one. Ugh. That's not good.
It's not too different.
Yeah, it's a lot less. So you said performance?
Yes.
8. Yeah, 8.
8. Yeah, you start. So you're just doing a bit of charcoal.
Yeah.
You start sketching, and as you do, about a third of the way, in the charcoal just snaps.
Blast.
Knowing that the guards are on their way, I'd like to actually step up a little bit closer to the house, like the front gate, and just start a conversation. It's like, wow, look at the direct gilding on these gates. Is this the Baroque style of the 1700 Dale Reckoning time period? Actually, that's in the future. In the 900 Dale Reckoning time period, do you think?
Sorry.
Or is it
No, it is the other one.
You see the guards run out and come towards you.
I believe it's Baroskif. Baroskif?
Oh, you consider an actual Baroskif? Wow.
Excuse me, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was admiring some of this architectural work. Is this a Baroskif designed influenced gate?
I couldn't tell you, sir.
Who lives here?
Lady Van Thamper.
Wow, no wonder. And I walk up and I grab the gate in my inquisitiveness.
Please unhand the gate, sir.
So the key point there is my fingers have gone into the
Yes,
yard. Nothing happened? Sorry.
My friend here is a very curious nature.
But look at this cold. Sorry.
You see another guard patrol now around in the corner.
We'll be on our way. My compliments to the Van Thamper family for their architectural impressiveness.
I don't think they made it, but I'll pass it on.
Well, I mean, obviously, people such as us don't make these things. But good day.
Good evening.
Have yourself good one.
Gonna keep walking.
Yep. You see the patrol stand there watching you walk away. You see the other patrol sort of skirt behind them.
So nothing of note.
No magical defenses that I could tell. I'll roll an Arcana check just in case.
I could probably provide assistance.
It's quite high.
As long as you're both proficient.
Yeah, 22.
Generally, most of the manners around here do have some form of magical protection, but you certainly think the outside perimeter doesn't.
Yep. Yeah. Unless you saw anything with your eye, did you see any particular runes or anything on the back of the wall?
Didn't notice anything, or the guards particularly avoiding specific areas.
Yes,
21.
22.
22. You would think that, despite a lot of them having it, these don't, which is why they're so well guarded with patrols.
Yeah, and if your owl was able to fly over, they mustn't be. Are they just replacing proper arcane design magics with guards? The School of Alteration will be outraged.
To be fair, it's a lot harder to dismiss a guard than it is to dispel a ward.
Well, not if it's made properly. But true. For those. Well, yes. I mean,
That and guards.
I never learned to spell magic. Don't tell anyone.
I will not. I would probably recommend it. It is something that I'm still struggling to quite get myself, but I will get there eventually. Perhaps we could work on it together.
Yes, I'm studying a few new things, and hopefully some of the lore we've managed to pick up, I'll have some breakthroughs soon.
While this is going on, Smoke will just offer Raz and their new friend some milk.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I'll take some.
I roll inside. No,
I'm testing things at this point. Also, Ash.
it's
It just tastes like water, but not quenching.
Shit.
it's
Unless you have anything else to.
Not particularly.
So we'll just loop back around and.
Yeah, as we loop back around, I'll just say,
Cover for me a sec. I'll just get my familiar to check a few things.
and I'll go back into that, and I'd like my familiar to fly around, specifically looking for like paths of entry that a sneaky roguey boy of ours could be able to utilize to enter.
Roll an insight check.
Yep, no worries. Mine are the owls.
Yours, because you'll be looking through its eyes.
Yeah. 18.
18.
Flat roll.
On the eastern side, both north and south, there are some fairly large trees, especially on the north side. There's a small corner where the tree basically leads straight to the second level. You'd think you might even be able to get into the second level through the tree if you were deft enough and could jump across.
Or had hooks
roll
for hands.
perception for me.
Sure. Owls or mine?
Owls.
Owls?
I've
Straight
got
roll?
myself going.
Advantage, yep. 18.
18. As the owl scopes this out, it's also keenly watching this building itself, and notices as you go around, none of the windows seem to have locks, neither do the doors.
Well, that was interesting. The place looks surprisingly easy to break into. There's no locks on the window or the doors, from what I could tell, and the few trees that, if one found themselves spry enough to be able to jump from, could make their way in easy enough. It's not like they're trying that hard.
They don't run the Thieves Guild by any chance.
I wouldn't know.
Would I know?
No.
Not that I know. I doubt it.
Unfortunately, I don't know any thievy types.
I only know they one.
Roll a history check for me.
Sure.
Advantage.
Yes. Yeah, if you're assisting.
Sure. It's pretty good. That's alright. Non-nat 20.
Yeah, so you know that Thalamra Van Thamper,
Yep.
who is the Duke, who is the lady you are looking for, made her way from essentially being a sewer worker when she was younger all the way up the chain to being the Grand Duke of the city.
Yep.
And you know that there are a lot of rumours about how she had, people went missing or died mysteriously on her journey up the ladder.
Well, let's just say the lady is not necessarily against under the board measures. Remember that time when there was those people missing?
Which one?
There was a couple, yes.
Oh, I remember that
They're all linked.
one of the diviners gave her a reading she didn't like. Yeah. The new diviner used the old diviner's knuckle bones. It was insisted.
There's some interesting things with this woman. She worked her way up from nothing. Perhaps that could mean that she doesn't necessarily need defenses. Well,
patrols and stuff.
Meanwhile, back at the woods, something like
What
that.
are you doing? We're trying to be quiet.
Smoke offer takes her hand, takes Raz's hand if he will give it. And then, actually, before that, he's going to get them to hold hands,
You
and
see
then
maybe
take
a slightly confused and panicked look.
and then take their hands, and he's going to lead them in a group prayer to Eldarth, and just start humming.
Be quiet. We're trying to not be seen.
Eldarth.
Smoke,
You
why?
hear coming through the woods this strange humming in this little.
Before we even get there, my familiar just flops down just in the middle and looks directly, like lands back to you, and then turns his head and looks at you.
Yeah, and then at that point,
Oh, look, our friends are here.
at that point, Smoke will just break contact with Raz, try to take its wing, and then offer, try to lift it up so it's joining part of the circle, and just continues.
Just flies out.
No.
All sitting in a tree looking jumpy.
As it flies out, the bat lands on Sarissa's shoulder as we step out into view.
I will admit, Smoke, you do some strange things, but this is one of the stranger ones.
You see her looking at both of you, imploringly like help.
I do not think that is the best option for a stealthy approach, Smoke. Quiet tends to be the best. Wouldn't you agree, guys?
I would love to agree. It's just kept doing that when I tried to speak.
It just does it quieter.
But if this is, are you preparing your spells?
I've done that already, but
Don't tell us that.
Wait, are you asking me that in character?
In character.
Yeah. Oh, well, when I had rest last night, I thought to myself, what might be useful? And I prepared some things that might be useful. So, because that's who I am. But that was also like a prayer to Eldarth for guidance.
We've had a look around. There doesn't seem to be any primary magical defenses.
Wondrous.
What was it about the tree you saw?
It is not necessarily difficult to. It does not look difficult to break into.
Oh, really?
No locks on the window, and there's a few trees about that found themselves deft enough to be able to leap from a tree. They could access the building.
I've ridden around trees. It should be fine.
There was also that old man.
Well, I thought you said he was around 30-something.
He looked very old.
Well, he said he's studious. I know a few men like that are a bit old before his time.
He looked very witted.
Yes.
To the point.
Sarissa tries to describe him as best as possible. Yeah, sort of draws it out or whatever. Just
Smoke is definitely attempting to draw this out.
so yeah, Sarissa's just attempting to explain what she saw as best as she can.
Performance check.
Sure. And then would I roll?
I was to say an advantage with Smoke's help as he's trying to illustrate what you're
Yes.
drawing.
I'll take advantage if I can get it.
Sure.
Not nat 20.
Hey.
Yep, so you describe this man with his head, hunched shoulders, the cloak, reading a book.
It's like that, except his hair was a little bit.
That would be Thirstwell.
Who?
Thirstwell,
Did my
the
best.
third son.
Thirstwell.
Yes.
Is that with a U or an I?
Thurstwell.
Such lovely names.
Sounds like one of those vampires.
Yeah, right.
Smoke speaks up in a non-humming way.
Thank God for that.
I was thinking last night.
No,
Well,
we shall not speak here anymore.
Oh,
you know what? As much as I want to hear that out, Smoke, probably a good idea. You should be off and away. And you should be an archmage.
Not until we need.
Until we need it, of course.
You hear in your head the voice of Rhea. Do you know anywhere of magic defense where they cannot see us or hear us?
Would I know if our mana provides for that?
You'd think probably, as long as nothing gets in with you, because you have had an attack on it before where something's been trying to get in that's invisible. You'd
Have I
also
been
know there
getting-
are some locations in the university where you could go.
Have I been getting pings on that, by the way? Since I also get pings? No. Okay, good. That's actually good in the episode, isn't it?
I would, I'd suggest, it back in mentally. Some of the Some of the collaboration rooms in the university, just off the library.
That's where we'll be watching. His imps are everywhere.
Oh yes, we have one of them.
Oh,
It's in his bag for holding.
that's strange. For now, we should get away, though.
So we're just. Let me walk off.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, look, I'm walking with them.
We should go to the University of Magic for research.
Mm.
Those gates did look like they proposed a couple of questions that I did not previously think of.
Yes.
Okay.
And what I was trying to say before is that I've got a new trick up my sleeve. So if they find
You
us
hear a voice in your head. Do not speak of it.
of anything,
Of anything that would be used to gain entry.
I'd like to have Paige make a perception check off smell.
Yep.
So disadvantage cancels out the. Advantage cancels out disadvantage.
Yeah.
Could I do the same with my familiar for hearing, because it has keen hearing?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm assuming they smell brimstone and are flying. 21.
It would be a straight roll, sorry, so 5 total.
Yeah, so you're familiar, he's rustling through the trees, but upon looking for it, there's some bats flapping around.
Yep.
Yes, you definitely smell something strange. It seems to be flitting around following you. You can't get an exact beat on it. And as you keep sniffing, there's more than one.
I turn around and use my blind sight to know how many there are following us.
Yep. You can, it's 120 feet?
60.
60. You can tell there are 2 within 60 feet.
does Smoke have any idea what he just said?
No.
What about now?
Definitely not.
I'm speaking in Baldur's Gatean sign
I
language.
was going to say, does Raz understand any of that? It seems
Yes,
pretty
there's a
cool.
rock troll chasing you.
Well, I mean, it seems like an attempted thieves' cart.
It would have been Baldur's Gatean sign language.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you make your way.
As we're walking, Sarissa just like leans down to you and speaks in Sylvan, and just says,
Do you understand me?
No.
"Never mind then."
I turn back and I start speaking in Infernal and I go, can you, wait. No, don't worry about it.
And what does that sound like?
Oh, is this part where we're like testing out? Yeah, this is part where we're testing out different languages again.
So that's the
primordial.
human accented Infernal.
Yeah, sure.
That's not pure.
Don't ask what Minotaur sounds like.
That's what it tastes like.
So eventually we'll end up in the university, the library, one of these side little conference rooms where they can block out scrying and everything.
I didn't burst upon entry, did I?
No.
Cool.
Public area, luckily.
I'll basically let everyone in and close the door and did anyone get in? I don't really care if any got in. Because if they get in, I'll just kill it.
No.
If they get
No, once you got to they would know that this is guarded too well magically. They would have stopped outside the gates.
May I talk now?
Is there anybody else in here, first of all?
I know, I selected one of the empty rooms.
Good.
Was the
So-
scrying spell or something following us?
Some imps.
Oh,
At least 2.
that would explain
Did you
it.
Yeah,
2
that's what it was.
imps?
That's
They're invisible.
hence why I did not speak Infernal. But that's just a guess.
But,
Good guess.
yes, so you believe it was this Thirstwell who's behind the imps?
Oh yes, it's well known. He controls them and sees through them and has them report.
What does he offer them?
I have no idea.
Is that yes? Was that through some kind of pact, or is it simply a boon of his heritage or something?
I only know through rumors.
He has multiple of them, so
That would
not
lead me to
standard something.
He's got at least 3.
that would lead me to believe that he is would have to have either a deal with them or be in control of them through fiendish means.
But if what you say is true and his family's in league with the Hells,
Yeah.
That would make sense.
not hard.
Perhaps a chain day.
He could have as many at his will as we could possibly know.
Ah, well, that's unfortunate then.
Perhaps that is why he does not need as great defenses around his place.
Well, speaking of, is Eldeth able to protect us from beings from the outer planes?
It's a cleric spell known as Protection from Evil and Good, I'm guessing is what you're fishing for?
Yeah, I mean, Magic Circle also does it, but it's less effective in this context.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eldath can do that, but Eldath can't do that through smoke at the moment.
Yes.
Well, it seems if they are listening in, we can feed them any information we want.
Ooh.
The only thing is, we'll still have to get around them.
That is true. What do you think provoked them to start following us in the first place? I would imagine us approaching the gates.
You may have been followed the whole time.
We've been followed ever since we killed that cult.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fine.
They attempted to get into the mansion, but couldn't get past its wards.
And now I think about it, since you helped us with that, they've been probably been following you as well. Sorry about that.
It is not that much concern to me.
Fair enough.
Well, would Smoke know much about imps? Like a
Probably not.
So it depends how much you want to examine the one we have.
like would
We do have one you could try and force in question.
well these imps, asking everyone else, are they considered creatures or undead animals?
They're devils.
They're fiends.
Fiends?
Yes.
Oh, unfortunately I don't have charm fiends and plants.
No. You also don't have speak with fiends.
Well,
I mean, we could speak to it, but
Both could, apparently.
Well, if I
devils, yes. I cannot speak to creatures from the abyss, though.
demons is not something that I have been studying.
It is likely they will speak common if they've been summoned for someone of the common tongue.
Oh.
I cannot speak that.
They can talk to all of us. Can have a regular old dinner with it.
There's no reason I could not make them have a chat in imp to imp.
Sure.
Well, I think this one has been in the bag quite a
long
while.
time.
We could simply offer to send it back to the hells.
We
Depending-
could at that. We could at that.
I do not disapprove of this idea.
Yeah.
I'd have to think what its binding rules are. If it's here to spy on us and report back, then all we have to do is let it know that if we kill it, we'll send it back to the hells where it can tell what we've done. Then we feed it incorrect information. If it accepts it, get information out of it, kill it, so it can go back and obey its instructions.
I like that whole plan except for the killing part.
Oh, but we won't be killing it. See, devils, when on the prime material plane, when you kill them,
Especially with some.
they go back to the hells to reform. They only die permanently if you're in the hells themselves. They're essentially made out of plain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most fascinating thing I've heard in the past minute.
It's true for angels too.
Wow. Do you know where we can find some of these angels?
Mount Celestia has a few.
Elysium's probably got a fair number as well.
Oh, can we go there? Can we go there? Then I can finally speak to someone that speaks Celestial.
After we're done with the hells,
I can speak Celestial, but
What?
if we save
I think you've spoken Celestial to him.
if we save the about escape from the hells, I think we'll all probably be going there.
Smoke is now suddenly really, really, really interested in what they're doing.
There would be.
Invested just for that mere fact alone.
Raz starts talking, then stops upon seeing his excitement. Because that's there's some caveats there, but we're not going to discuss those.
So yeah, we spill all the recon information we got.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, so what is our plan? We pretend we'll come back at a certain time to infiltrate, but we go it before by a few hours, or
I mean,
we know that their guards shifts change every 6 hours. So if we go 7 hours before they expect us, it'll be the wrong guard shift.
Well, the other thing to consider is the imps will still be watching it unless we can find a way to get them distracted.
that is true.
Well, I do have the ability to cause blindness and deafness. Would that maybe help?
I have the same ability.
If you can do it on enough.
Just called a sword.
Can you do it without having to see?
Oh, unfortunately, I have to see them.
Yep.
Maybe with any sort of like mirrors.
I have heard tactics used before. You need to be able to see them when they're invisible, and then a powerful sleep spell.
Ah, yes. Oh, hello.
I am aware of this invisibility spell, but I don't need it, so I don't keep it prepared.
You make them sleep, and you can see things that are invisible.
Oh, I'm aware of their presence. I'm informed of the location and numbers.
And if I'm not mistaken, just correct me if I'm wrong, sleep is some sort of area of effect spell?
It is, yes. Actually, that's going to be a good chance to ask this question. The earring, does it give me legit blind sight, or is it I get told what's there?
You get told what's there.
So I can't cast a spell on an invisible creature if I can't see it,
Correct.
unless it's AoE.
Unless it's AoE, which sleep is.
Or
Huh?
we could say we've done our research, and now we need to go back and do a second round of reconnaissance. And when they will think that we're there for reconnaissance, and we make it clear that we're going to come back later. But instead, we just break in and kill everyone.
Well, it seems that if you put them to sleep in the sky, they might fall and wake up. If you can get them to land in one spot, watching you, perhaps you can make them sleep.
I like this plan.
But we need to be able to see them first.
Do we need to be able to see them?
Well, you won't know if you missed one if you don't.
I mean, I will, but
He'll know if they're within 60 feet, but yes.
this magical earring I have lets me know where
Invisible things
things
are.
are.
Oh.
It's worked wonders for us so far.
You can never know if there's one perched on the roof behind, though, if we can't see them.
We'll have to be vigilant.
True.
Is this not a school of magics?
Oh, it is. It's a university.
Scrolls? Are you suggesting a scroll?
A scroll or an artifact? Surely there's something here.
Perhaps the school would have some glasses or goggles of some kind.
What school of magic would be a spell for being able to see invisible things? Some sort of true sight spell.
Just let me think for a moment.
I imagine
Allow me to tap away in my brain.
divination.
It strikes me as a divination thing.
No, maybe transmutation.
Divination, you were correct.
Fantastic. So school of divination might have
School of
something?
divination. Goggles of true sight are incredibly rare and potent.
Incredibly rare.
I might say very rare.
What about for just seeing things that are invisible? Does that require true sight specifically or no?
I'm not aware of anything specifically that does it, but
Possibly
no harm in looking.
Oh, something about detecting magic might be useful as well. Detect how many invisibility spells.
No,
spells
detect
going
magic
once?
cannot detect invisibility spells.
You're right.
It's part of the spell itself.
What about the spell magic?
Spell magic, yeah.
I could do that.
Is that also area of effect?
I haven't used it before.
That's a reasonable question.
No, it's not.
Not area of effect. Bollocks.
I mean, I could just drop a couple of fireballs through the window where that guy was.
I mean, you have to just murder him in cold blood without any form of evidence.
That is not honourable.
I don't care.
I do.
Why?
Because there has to be honour in act.
It's also
Then
not the
perhaps
first
we
time
can
we've
walk
done
in
it,
and
at
chance
this
them
point,
to a
we
door.
really need to get as many
Better,
points
but I don't think they would
on our
accept.
side.
Anyway, so your honour, your honourable cadre of knights defending the city. How'd that go?
We got back too late. The city was gone.
Is it not the honourable thing to do to save the city, no matter
Yes.
what the cost?
There's always a cost. It has to be balanced. This will not save the city.
One can
On its
also
own.
think that the city is just made up of structures. What truly makes a city is the citizens.
Plus, it is much harder to question the dead.
True.
You got a point there.
It's an
Yes,
option.
You can.
I can do a lot of things.
Can smoke commune with the dead?
Oh.
Does Eldath allow you to speak over the barrier of death?
I don't think I'm quite powerful enough for that just yet.
I think you are.
Am I convinced by that?
It's almost like we know that it's like a third level spell or something that you may or may not have access to.
Standard cleric, so I'll be second.
Animate dead?
Speak to the dead.
Speak.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Can we have another long rest? Just for the sake of it. How long is
Well,
this?
if you
How
wish to
long?
approach during the day, we will have to wait some time anyway.
She's right. She's correct about that.
Well then, yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a religion check to see if I know this in character. The one flaw of this plan.
Okay.
13 to know how that spell works, including the fine proof.
Which spell?
Speak to the dead.
I'll let you roll with advantage because there is a school of magic and you're a professor.
Nope.
You know the basics of it, but you've never seen it used. You're not sure exactly how.
Would I know what it says in the spell description?
Or are we?
Yeah, presumably.
Yeah.
He should.
Well, if you know that, then you would know that
Gotta get to them. With
they will recognize who you are, or potentially not recognize who you are. They will only speak as per their loyalties in life. They cannot learn new information, so they probably won't spill all their secrets
Then you went
to a random person
as well.
Well, it's also a form of that magic is also from a school that I'm not particularly fond of. The necromantic magic.
What's wrong with necromancy?
Well,
I mean, I understand it gets misused, but it's only about various energies and
How they bind
forming of
together.
life. And
well, I'm more of a healing cleric.
there are healing spells that are necromantic. Raise dead, for example.
Yep, resurrection magic is necromantic in nature.
But some things that are dead should stay that way.
True.
Oh, of course.
And with evocation, one can create a fire to keep people warm in winter, and it can burn down a city.
Look, if we think it's truly necessary, I can spend some time at whatever grove I happen upon, and I can commune with Eldath, and I'm sure that I can make that happen if that's the path we go down.
I think we're not, though.
I think it might be a good fallback policy if we do happen to kill anyone that we want to question.
I also have a thing called Revivify.
Which is also necromantic.
But is
Whoops. I
Actually,
am also a hit,
Isn't it?
a little bit.
Despite many town guard being at the northern gates, if you start fireballing a house, the shortest time
Right.
many of them.
I
That's also
imagine
true.
so.
That's also true.
I don't think it would be very helpful to go over the top.
Speaking of, we do have a diamond for you to be able to use Revivify, right? That seems something we would have organised before.
That seems like something we definitely should have remembered to
At
do.
least worth 300 GP.
You carry things normally.
I do. I carry lots of things. All of the
That's
things.
something we should
one
just
might say.
be certain of. And,
Yes. Let me just,
right now.
Let me just get off. Let me just take that bag of holding off of my pack and reach into it and shout for a diamond worth at least 300 DP. There's not one on here.
From memory serves there is.
No, there's not. There is not one of those.
Perhaps it is something we can do in the morning.
So what is the plan then? We lure the imps, put them to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
then go in through the window?
Yes.
Hmm.
That's sounding like the plan. That sounds like a
Probably
good
best
plan.
to do it at night.
Yes. Yes.
And it
Definitely.
looks like the dawn is about to break.
It's on its way. Very
So-
quickly.
We can do this now, or we can do this later.
It might be too late now.
Definitely too late now. Especially with the sun like right there.
And I need time to prepare.
Very well, we can have a day. Get you a diamond.
We have a day.
We should speak to your diviner to see if she can help.
Indeed.
And I would also like to get some more healers kits. I'm running quite low.
Are you?
Yep, I got 3 left. 2 of those are meant to be for, well, you know, the camp,
Mm-hmm.
which I promised to. Although I guess I could get some more later, in which case I would have 3.
How
I
many?
used a bunch recently.
Would you happen to have I'm assuming that you still need to buy a diamond.
Yes,
That we do.
that isn't necessary. And
Would you happen to?
and in that bent, I will hand him. I think I have 300 gold on me. Probably got a bit more than 300 gold on me. And I will hand him just a pouchy thing of lots of gold, and I'll hand it to Sarissa and tell her to buy a diamond for him.
Oh,
Very well.
I thought you were about to hand it to Smoke, which Smoke goes and buys 300 gold worth of milk.
Yep, I know.
Even though you already have milk.
I know.
Barrels upon barrels of milk.
Wise choice.
Yep. That was the bait.
Smoke says that out loud. Wise choice. I would have abused that money.
Oh, don't I know it?
Very well. Sort of ties it to us.
So everyone starts making preparations for what they're going to do. We're going to go to break there. So stick around to see the heist. Back in about 15 minutes.
Dun 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 dun.
Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of tonight's episode where we get to find out what happens next. So Smoke, you've spent some time in the alchemy section where there's a large herb garden.
I did.
Foraging for some herbs, put together your own healer's kits. You actually did surprisingly well, managed to put together 4.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
I just hear the nearest four beings that I see.
Sarissa goes to the Halbazar's market. He has a diamond and he seems quite taken with you and offers you a pretty hefty discount for 180 gold for the diamond.
Well, my dear, we'll say the change is on me. We'll have a drink sometime.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sort of just chuckles and licks her lips and wanders off.
Smokers, meow. That's it.
So let's look up.
Well, he is a cat person after all, I guess.
The first time we have the entire campaign.
The professor goes to the divination wing to see Professor Anastasia Fenwick, and after some discussion and convincing, she opens up a locked box that's made of lead and hands you what you know are the glasses of true sight, a valuable artifact that are not to be told about to anyone and to be brought straight back with no damage.
If I could damage something this powerful, of course not. I don't
1
put them
hour
on
later.
Yeah, 2 hours. I have to detune my earring.
Okay.
But yeah.
Alright, in the meantime, you leave. At this time, it's sort of early morning. There are some people wandering the streets setting up, some people going out to start their daily shopping. Most people are setting up their businesses or travelling to and from work.
Okay. This is not ideal.
You know, in the streets there'll be plenty of places where, especially like Lower Brampton, you could go where there'd be usually 1 or 2 people wandering by themselves as they go to and from.
Is there anybody? I'm just gonna like look in, effectively just like in like an alleyway somewhere, and just see if there's anybody just like dazed out, laying in this dark little alleyway place.
Roll an investigation for me.
Am I any good at those?
Any orphan
hang on.
kids with rumours.
Yeah, you know.
Please
Oh, wow.
The rumours to stay away.
Indeed, isn't it?
4.
4. Yeah, you find a couple of drunks in the alleyways that seem to be sleeping off the night before, but they tend to be in really busy alleyways.
Unfortunate. And none of the businesses are going to be like, yeah, they're not exactly secluded places either.
There are some brothels.
Okay. This is going to cost some money, probably.
There are also some inns.
Inns, yeah.
There is also a lot of Brampton where people are sort of much more sparse because it's not as populated as the upper cities.
Of course, yeah. Okay, let's try out a brothel. Let's fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's fucking Jack the Ripper this shit.
I can imagine some like really just bring it.
Please go on.
Just get an entryway with
Montages, damn it! My words left me. Montage is what I meant to say. I've just Raz just going all over the city trying to like chase after people. People are running away. Just chasing after other people. They're running away. Chases the cat.
It's the Scooby-Doo chase music.
Yeah. Ends up in a room full of vampires.
Would you like that? Like maybe have the hat to convince people? Never mind.
No, that would. I'm not sure if that would help me particularly.
Persuade someone to
It might help Raz. It's not going to help
Anyway.
me. Anyway.
You go to a nearby brothel.
Yeah.
That's Lady Duststones. And upon entering, it's just your nose is filled with the smell of perfume. And very low light. There's lots of red curtains hanging, and there is a woman standing at the front. In the background, you see mixed genders and races, mainly human, walking around in scantily clad outfits.
Low light is good.
Welcome. What pleasures may you partake in today, sir?
The kind of flesh.
That's what you specialise in.
He's like genuinely just like covering his mouth as he goes.
Everyone here is available. Anyone tickle your fancy? Anything you're looking for? Any special needs?
Pick me, pick me.
You see smoke for some reason.
Yeah, smoke it discovered.
Wearing a bikini.
Smoke system.
Oh.
Layer bikini.
Just someone who doesn't mind it being a little on the rough side.
They get paid well enough.
Mm-hmm. And it just needs to be one-on-one, a private room, of course.
Oh yes, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maribel, a young blonde girl, walks over wearing a veil across her face, wearing long flowing dress.
Mm-hmm. Probably should have discussed cost first.
Oh yes. How long do you need?
Hopefully not more than an hour and a half.
Yeah, right. It's like hour will probably work.
10 gold pieces for an hour with Maribel.
Far cheaper than I was expecting. Let's go for it.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
Is her feelings hurt? Are her feelings hurt?
It's like
Maribel looks quite happy to hear it.
Yeah, right. I imagine that's quite flattering suddenly.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just sat here just like 7 charisma. Yes, he does say that out loud. Absolutely.
Lady Dustone smiles at you. We try to keep it reasonable. The gold, if you please.
Oh yes, of course, absolutely. I'll hand her 10 gold.
She counts it out.
Uh-huh.
Maribel, lead the way. So she takes your hand and starts leading you up a flight of stairs, through low-hanging curtains, and up to a private room. It's about a third of the way up on the right-hand side. She pulls back a curtain and gestures you in.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Inside is a large silken bed, some tapestries, and there seems to be some small creation that's smoking, that's letting out a strange smell. Very intoxicating.
Okay.
Smoke.
Wherever there is smoke, the plume of smoke will be looking.
What is your pleasure, sir?
Oh God, am I seriously going to try this? Is this what I've decided to do with my life today?
Do it. To her.
We all have to lose it sometime.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
We find out the rest of the rest of us are just like out a window, just like.
No windows.
No window view.
I normally have a no kissing rule, Raz. Oh, what are you doing?
We've been invisible and
Anyway, you are in the
Anyway, yeah.
the curtain falls closed behind you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, it's at this point I would normally just do a tasteful cutaway, but it's like, fuck. I like.
appropriate.
Yeah, right.
I'm assuming you're not here for that, so we don't need to do the cutaway.
Well, you see, the thing is, it helps. It helps the ruse.
He's going to wait until she's distracted through other activities. Is that where you're going with that?
That's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to go wait until she's puffed out, knock her on the head so she's unconscious, and then do it.
That seems worse.
These are all.
Yes, but it is something he would do.
These are all great plans.
Up to the point where it becomes relevant.
Yes.
And I'll get everyone else just to be quiet for a moment while we sort out what's happening here to see if you manage to survive today.
Yeah, indeed. Right. All right. So. Oh, Jesus Christ. Am I going to have to roll performance to see if she actually is exhausted or no?
This is her job. You figure she's probably not going to be too exhausted.
That's unfortunate for everyone involved.
You feel a pull as this urge to feed drives you. You feel magic coursing through you. And you feel like you want to compel her.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to have to try, isn't it? So... I'm going to try to cast Charm Person on her with my hilarious DC. Roll lower than 9, please.
She rolled a 4.
Oh my god, it's lower than 9. Yes. So, with her charmed, and presumably under my spell, I would like to just compel her to show me her neck, that I may partake.
You see her eyes sort of glaze a little bit. You see, yes, master. And her head turns to the side a little.
Perfect. Not quite knowing what to do and doing a lot of weird sort of yeah. it's almost like non-committal motions. Just like this is happening, I guess. And I'm going to feed upon this woman.
Yep. Roll a wisdom save.
Oh. It costs 2 points of exhaustion. 4.
Yeah, so you start feeding on her and you feel your strength return.
Uh-huh.
You feel the exhaustion lift and you feel better than you felt in ever.
Oh, good. She's
and
dead, isn't she?
She's very dead.
Ah.
When you return to your senses, you're holding her limp in your arms.
Just run out and pretend you're a 2-pump chump. It's fine. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How obvious is it that this has occurred? Like on my face?
As far as blood,
Yeah.
there is blood.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to work that off.
Just check in the mirror.
There are lots of silk sheets.
Yeah.
Red silk sheets, conveniently.
Convenient indeed. Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of lay her in the bed, just sort of tuck her in. So, we're not a complete savage.
Yep.
He says after he's just murdered someone. Oh Jesus!
I'm going to say that.
Please don't.
No,
Please don't. I think I just have to leave. I'm just like, yeah, I am now done here.
Yep.
I've done what I came to do. Oh.
So you tuck her in, wipe your face, and take off.
Yes. Swiftly.
Yep. You get to the bottom and you hear, was it to your satisfaction, sir?
Immensely.
Well, we hope to see you again soon.
Possibly. As I walk out the door.
Yep. And onto the streets.
And onto the streets.
And a couple of hours later, you're met back up at the library. You're feeling much better. All your exhaustion removed.
Yes!
So, the true site, is it kind of like you're just tripping balls on acid all the time?
Sorry, I missed that out of character.
The true site, is that similar to essentially just sitting down and tripping balls all the time?
No. I don't have the glasses on. It's just blind sight. I can sometimes know something's around. If it's directly behind me, I'm not aware of what's there.
Fair enough. I was just talking about this true sight in general. We wanted to get something to do with it, did we not?
No.
Oh, fair enough then.
Smoke turns to Raz. Raz, you're looking rather sprightly.
What's
I feel positively glowing.
What's your what do you do? What's your routine? Do you lift weights? Go for a run? What's your secret?
Well, I mean, I've always been early to rise, haven't I? I enjoy going out for a walk in the morning. Yeah.
You have been gone a while. Where have you been?
I'm just strolling around Brampton.
Oh. Are the guards still looking for you?
They might be. That's what makes it. Look. Sometimes a morning walk turns into a morning sprint. It's fine.
Were you seen?
No.
Good.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
I'm not just walking around, but I think that's it. 18.
Roll deception if you want to counter it.
You can. Can I? Is the real question here.
Because I'm suspicious of why he went off by himself and not.
13.
He was probably wandering around, but he was gone a while. You wouldn't think he was just wandering around.
Interesting. I'll leave it at that for now.
Oh god.
So should we step in the side room so we don't disturb the rest of the library?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yes, I think it's time to rest up and prepare for tonight.
Indeed.
So you step into the side room, unless there's anything else you want to discuss in character. We'll skip forward to that night.
I'll just
Ready.
close the door, put the true sight goggles on and go, I just couldn't say it out there with the imps.
Right, so is it like tripping balls all the time?
Yes. Especially when you do this, and I create a minor illusion in front of myself.
See nothing.
Well, it's either illusion and not at the same time.
Which is something like this, and I'll emerge the mage hand, which, as a note, is not a normal mage hand.
I mean, I'll just summon an invisible mage hand so that you get all the fuckery.
Mine looks like a devil's, like a literal devil's hand, by the way.
I'm more weirded out by his because I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
And Smoke will,
It's always invisible.
Smoke will just hum and wonder why a mage hand doesn't appear in his own hand.
My mage hand just wanders over and then rises up spectrally.
I'm assuming Smoke doesn't realise this and just going, and it's...
So I've got the room booked out until later tonight. so we can just rest here.
By the way, I did happen to procure a diamond of your specifications.
Muchas gracias, senor.
You're welcome. And I managed to
Change the sombrero.
get a bit of chump change.
Oh, that could be fun.
100 should be 120
Please
gold
change it every time.
I like chump change. Good with that.
Professor, I know we spoke about what I may need to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Did you possibly have anything that might help me
In what
with
sense?
storing spells? Because I have a lot of useful things that I can do, but I can only do so much.
With these goggles of true sight, I have had to deactivate my amulet of spell storing. There's a fireball spell in it.
Oh, well,
You're
You're giving Smoke a fireball?
You're making me choke on my wine.
Yes, they drinking.
Smoke. Fireballs.
Oh,
Blake forgets all about Speak of Dead.
Yes, I would think that you could put an emergency spell in there, like healing or animate dead or revivify.
You have been talking about Revivify quite a lot.
Well, I think it's a great thing to have, and in case one of us dies or someone else dies that might be useful to the plot. To the adventure. I think that would be quite useful. Thank you, Professor. What can I offer you? Can I offer you anything in return?
What do you have?
I have a hat.
I would never deprive you of that hat.
Thank God. Just have a think about it. Oh man, are you thirsty?
Oh, I'm fine. How about I'll put a favour away, and if I ever need a favour from you, I'll ask.
Fair enough. I will give you a free lesson on the ways of Eldath.
No, thank you.
Done. Contract signed. Go away.
Are we doing anything with that imp you spoke of?
That
So
team.
do you have an imp?
Yes, it's alive. Or last I checked, it was alive.
Can we check? Are we ready to check?
Should we check?
Yes, at the very least, I can make sure my sleeping magic works on it.
Sealed room?
The door is sealed.
No obvious way out?
No, this is a back room in the library.
Cool and good.
Do you know it magically seals as well?
Yeah. I'm going to reach into a bag and call out for an imp. And presumably pull out a dead imp.
It's not dead.
Oh.
It's breathing lightly, like it's asleep or unconscious.
Not only did the bag not kill it, it left it exactly as we left it.
Should
Just like dangling it by its tail.
perhaps should I spare it maybe?
Just wake it up. Grab a good hold of it and then wake it up.
Oh, okay. I will grab it by the base of its. By the
Got like
base.
a large, long scorpion-style tail behind it with a sharp-looking stinger. A couple of small wings and a horned head. And
Right.
very sharp little talons and a couple of feet.
Do you have some sort of binding agent, such as, say, I don't know, a rope or a chain? Or...
Binding agent.
Yeah.
I do not have a rope, but what I do have.
Oh, I
is-
do.
Oh, I was about to say I have this whip.
Either will work, and we'll use the rope so that you still have that whip on you
Fair enough.
to bind its feet and its wings and whatnot, and then give it a good poke with a dagger until it wakes up.
Doing more damage to it.
So
Not lethal.
you bind it,
Uh-huh.
you poke it, and after a couple of pokes, its eyes blink open with these glowing white eyes and surveys you all looking confused.
Sup?
See Sarissa looking menacingly at it whilst holding a whip.
It just pops into a spider and starts scurrying across the floor.
I crush it. I forgot they could do that.
She really pop. You change back.
Huh?
So it turns into a spider again, runs.
God damn it!
Yeah, I'm gonna try a whip for it if he misses. It's 10-foot reach.
I'm just gonna keep trying to crush it until such time as either A, you hit it, or B, you cast sleep on it.
We just. I can't sleep.
Oh, it does fall asleep.
Tiny sleeping spider on the floor.
37 hit points. I have a feeling at 32 hit points, that puts me to sleep. If it's on 1 hit point, that's just
Yeah, if you got 32, it does.
like, ah!
The spider is moving again.
What? Why?
Its legs are kicking in its sleep.
I was going to say, it's not concentration.
Oh, never mind then. I thought it was.
No, it ain't. If it was concentration, he'd fall asleep and then go straight back to wake up, wouldn't he?
I don't know. DM thinking.
Professor, wake up. You'll put yourself to sleep with your magic.
Magic is quite potent.
Especially that magic.
It worked on the imp.
Very much so. Well, the spider that the imp turned into.
There's a small black spider asleep on the ground.
Excellent. I can see it in an imp form at the same time. I'm
That
aware
must
of
be
its
so
true
weird.
nature. It
Really
is.
strange as you pick the spider up, your fingers are going through an imp.
Oh, that must be really weird. Also, keep that away from me and put it into the bag.
Okay.
Unless we have any... Yeah, if we kill it, it goes back to hell and then it can do whatever it needs to do. Yeah.
No, you don't want it to do that.
No, don't need to do that. Actually, wait, weren't we planning on doing something like that?
There was a. If
Feeding
it's
it
going to just keep
concentration.
turning into a spider and running away, then.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, what's the point?
No,
Right?
that's your one.
It's got nowhere to go.
Right, no. Just thought of something. That I'll take a look.
Well, we have tested the goggles and sleep spell on it.
It's true.
But then, if memory serves, don't things take a while to reform in the hells?
I'm not well versed in how things work in the hells. Sarissa.
But, yeah.
17 on
yes.
religion.
Yes.
What are you looking for?
If we kill this, it'll take some time to restore itself.
Just because I am half devil does not mean I know the intricacies of how it works.
I assumed
assume-
because you were knowledgeable on the arcane
It
arts.
does take a soul time to travel between realms.
It would
Thank
take
you.
time, but I do not know the exact amount.
More than a day, so...
Probably.
Alright, so we can do that. Presumably it can only do a certain number of times. Oh wait, listen here. What is your mission?
Goes invisible and stands there, looking terrified. Slowly starts trying to walk around, staring at you.
I just keep eye contact with it.
Starts walking towards the door.
This is getting rather tiresome.
I'm just like,
I'm going to interpose myself between.
You can't see it.
Oh yeah, I can't. No.
I'll walk towards the door anyway, just
Yeah,
like
hey.
following his
Yeah.
eyes and like the trail.
Yeah.
She just walked to the door.
it's like, if your mission is to report back on us, we have a way you can complete your mission.
Who are you?
I am Professor Monchbank.
What are you doing? Why do you have me?
Weren't you spying on us?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Then we captured you.
Then we put you in a bag for a bunch of days, and then you were here,
Why?
Professor.
We need to know what is going on in the
Van Thampa.
Van Thampa residence. Magical defenses, mundane defenses, all these fun things.
Yes, he summoned us.
Mm-hmm. How many of you? Curiosity.
Oh, well, 10 more miles around.
Only 10.
And what is your mission here? Who sent you here? What are your pacts have you made?
Broken.
Oh. Pack's broken.
To report everything we saw.
Uh-huh.
But the pact has been broken.
Yes.
What clause?
I don't know.
So you're just on your own now?
Yes.
You have no master?
Not anymore.
Would you like one?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you want to do now?
Go home.
We can make that happen too.
Well, you tell us about the defenses of this place, and we'll make that happen.
Defenses.
Their manor.
We watch. We report.
Yes, but surely at the same time you were in their property.
Guards.
Do they not have any walls that would prevent you from going in if you were of a fiendish nature?
No,
Any powerful casters, potent warriors?
not that I think. I fly around the city, reporting back.
You have to tell us the truth, or we won't send you back.
I'm telling you the truth.
That seems around, yeah.
I mean, look, I'm going to insight check that on account of him being a shifty bastard.
Being literally the devil.
Literally,
The baby devil.
Indeed. Oh, Dead 20.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. He seems to have broken the spell and he's happy to be done with it.
Yeah. He's telling us everything that he knows.
Is there a way we can send you back that doesn't involve destroying this corporeal form?
I can go to Eldora.
I mean, that would also work.
Why would that work?
Because Elturel's in Hells, is it
Hell's
not?
there.
Yeah.
Hell's there, okay.
Yeah. Elturel went down. Hell is there. Yeah.
Nah, kill it.
Kill it.
Firebolt it.
Wait! What? Roll your damage.
I'm too
Sure.
young.
I mean, that gets half, doesn't it?
Nope. 13 points of fire damage.
Ow! Hey! Stop it! Fire.
I firebolt it again!
Fire immunity.
Stop!
No, we discussed this. Sarissa overrides immunity, and because of her lineage, her descendancy.
But then it's necromantic damage.
Necrotic.
Oh, I thought we just rolled that it did fire. It just
It's
overrode.
basically necrotic damage.
Okay, yeah, so it's
Things that-
13 damage then.
Yep. You see the fire hit and twist into black flames and it screams briefly before exploding out of existence.
Do it again. Do it again.
Don't do it again.
Blows the black smoke off of it.
Prestidigitate up the floor and wall and clean it.
Yep. There's nothing left other than the scorch marks, so it's pretty easy to do.
Gross.
What else is strange?
Yeah.
I didn't think fire worked on such beings.
More to the
it's-
point, how did the spell get broken?
Oh, that's true.
Some sort of time clause? Something about putting it in a bag of holding, putting it onto a different plane?
Maybe.
Well, perhaps we've killed one of them and they're bound to individuals. But you said it was this thirst well that brought them all here.
Yes, I believe so. That's what I've been told.
Summon 10 of them even.
At least.
Well, we should have this long rest we've been speaking of, so I can get that spell slot back. Then head off.
Yes, I think we're prepared now.
So we're going to go in.
Sneakily.
Sneakily?
Via the tree, yes.
One of us, or
Well, anyone who can follow.
I mean, I could give it a shot.
Yeah.
I have no issues with this.
If we see, I can probably
I am deft enough.
take care of a guard patrol. In a similar way with the imps.
How heavy are the three of you, thought occurs?
Well, I mean, it's been a little while since I've weighed myself. Plus, at the university we use kilograms.
Okay, sure. Well, let's say 100.
I have no idea how much a normal person weighs.
Yeah. Let's say 120 pounds.
well, okay, 120 pounds. That'd be about
60
50.
kilo.
Yeah, 50. That'd be barely 60 kilo, not even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
one bag's like 6'2", and he's pretty wiry thin.
You'd be about 180 then, I
Yeah.
reckon, closer to 180.
180 pounds. Let's assume, for the sake of brevity, 180 pounds all around.
Because like
That's less than 500.
Sarissa's 130, and she's like thin.
Yeah. Well, in any case, like, you know, whatever combination of pounds we get for the three of you, that's less than 500. And I am very likely to be able to jump from the tree.
Sorry. DM question.
Yeah.
Would it be athletics check for that, or could we argue acrobatics?
Considering there's a tree there, you could argue acrobatics.
Yeah.
Swing through the tree and get the window.
Should be deft enough to do so.
And perhaps maybe I cast protection. Give you some protection from evils you might find, or I think someone else's.
I think it would be better off on somebody else.
Well,
Cast on Hawk.
we locked Hawk out. I tend to approach under disguise, so with Auto Self I can drop the disguise and create hook for hands and climb up anything.
All right.
I mean, technically it won't give me a climb speed, but I can make my hands appear as anything I want.
So you can hope the DM will give you advantage.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I assume if it's like yeah, because I can turn it into any type of magical weapon. I assume I can
Grappling
go.
hooks on a hand.
Yeah.
Give you advantage.
All right.
What about yourself? Do you have a means of entry?
I can try to make the jump.
Are you any good at it?
I've been trained since I was 12 years old.
You probably
One can hope. What? Wait. Isn't she still a teenager?
She seems to be late teens, yeah.
Yeah. Look, if,
I'm not going to question
It's
it.
on the inexperience.
Yeah.
if any of us fall outside, then we just get into a fight with the guards while the rest of the team heads inside, then we leave.
You want someone to hold off the guards?
Well, no, if someone does fall down, then they cause a distraction and the guards get pulled over there. We all have ways of fleeing
That is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
very fast, can float. I assume you have some tricks up your sleeve.
I will have something.
You're an expert horseman.
There's a horse wheelies.
I am a rider.
Mm-hmm. More importantly, you've done it before in this city.
That's the first time I've had to run from a guard.
Mm-hmm. You can give them the slip. Why? Never mind. Not going to ask that question.
Very well. We just head over there. And
Yes. Let us do it.
So you finish your long rest and start heading towards the Van Thamper Villa. What time are you heading there?
Late. After the sun has gone down.
so, like,
9 p.m, 12 p.m, 2 a.m?
I feel like 3, 4 a.m. would be the quietest time.
Probably.
About 3 witching hour.
Can we make it 2? So that it's slightly further away from the dawn.
If you wish.
Just in case.
I mean, you know
Why
more
would
about
you
such
say-
things than I do.
Do you say that in character?
I probably subtly make the argument for it, yes.
And why do you say that, Raz?
Well, in case we end up spending more time there than we need to, it's easier to flee if the sun is about to rise.
He does have a point.
Compared to if it has just risen.
Look, we know Raz
Wait,
has a bit of a shady
radio.
background. We don't need to press. Some adventurers are like that.
Look, I'm not gonna divulge to you how many like bandit camps I've had to sneak into, and every time I try to escape, the sun's up, they can fucking see me.
He's the one who has
to
survived. It's worth listening.
He does have a good point.
Then my question is, who needs protection the most?
I would probably imagine Montbank. You
Definitely more.
Oh, my armor. I cast my armor myself.
would probably
So as you leave
Case
the
in point.
university, you notice, no one else does, but you see 3 imps perched in trees around the front, waiting and watching you.
Would I think that... Did that imp seem to know that I had true sight?
No, it seemed completely oblivious because it was hopping around and thinking you couldn't see it for quite a while.
So when they're all behind me, I'll make 3 behind.
Yes, I imagine that Montbank would be the most required.
Definitely.
Well,
That is also a good point.
And she'll reach up and touch her leather sort of necklace and close her eyes and mutter a few words, and you hear the sound of rattling chains again that just fills the air, and the chains fill her arms and legs and chest, providing armor.
well then I'll wait until the time is right, but not a minute before.
So you start heading towards the Van Thamper Villa. Shortly before you get there, probably a few hundred feet away, you see the imps flit overhead and fly back towards the villa.
They'd be pretty high up, I suppose.
They're fleeing through the trees. They're only about 20, 30 feet up.
Are they within
High
30 feet of each other?
They're high
If you
enough
timed it
up.
right, you might be able to.
They'll take damage if they fall there. Or are they like above trees and will land in trees?
You're not sure. There's a risk. They might land safely somewhere. If you time it just right.
Will invisibility drop if they fall asleep is the other question.
The important part is will they go back and report. So I will cast level 3 sleep.
Once they're on the ground, I'm hitting with a web or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean,
45
I'll
hit
skip
points
I
worth
was
of
thinking
sleep.
save it, but it'd be better saved.
Smoke will be like,
Raz will just get out. Raz will get out a dagger.
Wait, are we just murdering these guys?
The imps?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
2 of them fall asleep in the trees as they've landed. The other one was flying. You see it sort of glide and hit the ground, but with its wings out, it lightly hits and doesn't seem to have taken damage.
So
Oh,
the
none of
ones
them
in the
are
trees
working.
took damage?
So the 3, they didn't take damage. They're both asleep in the trees where they were perched, ready to jump again. One of them flying landed.
So none of them are awake. That's important.
All 3 are asleep, along with a couple of birds.
Alright. But,
Where are they?
I'll say, are they uninvisible now that they're asleep?
Yes, I believe so. Yep.
Cool.
There, and there.
Sweet.
I will approach one and
Yes.
fall through.
Yes.
Mercilessly.
Sarissa and Raz go about the grim business of removing imps from this
So the
plane.
ones on the ground, 2 are up a tree.
I'm going to go up a tree.
I'll get the one on the ground.
and Smoke's just gonna be like, guys,
We've discussed this.
Also-
They don't die.
Also, as a note, Sarissa still like doesn't have her weapons on her. She's just got the dagger.
Yeah.
She's leaving her weapons and pack behind. So she just goes up and firebolts it.
Yep. See it disappear, a small scorch mark left on the ground.
Stab the ones in the trees.
Yeah.
They're all gone. Yay.
See a bit of ash float up into the air and disappear.
I cast Alter Self, and I can just disguise myself similarly to before, and
As the Candlekeep Scholar.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll hop my way back down.
he was rude to me once.
Yep, so you end up at the Van Sanford Villa. You do see, once again, the patrols exactly how they were last time. The light is off now in the upstairs bedroom that you saw.
Actually,
In fact, all the lights are off other than a couple of lanterns on the outside.
there's a good point. I'd send my familiar to do the rounds and have a look, see if there was anything out of the norm.
Looks exactly the same as before, but all the lights are turned off inside now.
Before we enter, Smoke will cast protection from evil and good on the professor. Not until then.
Okay, I need to check
Nice.
that because
So we have 15 seconds to go between guards. How many obstacles are in our way during that time?
So you've got to climb, scale the wall, so I imagine you could do that whether the guards are walking on if you're quiet enough. You've got to jump to the tree, you might be able to stealth in there while they do another round. Then you have to jump across to a small veranda that's tiled with red clay, and then get into the roof. But once you're on that veranda, you think you could probably lie still and quiet and wait for the guard patrol. So wall, tree, jump to the roof, and then climb the window.
Cool. I have sleep just in case.
don't you worry.
Good old sleep.
Good old sleep.
Oh boy.
Yes, Paige is telling me the guard's coming by.
Also, so we're going up the tree and into a window.
Across like a veranda, then into the window.
Yeah, from what I gather from the current conversation, we have to actually get into the grounds in order to get to that tree.
So the wall surrounding it, you climb that and then jump from the top of the wall into the tree.
Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah,
So
tree's on the outside.
While we're doing this, I'll send my familiar
Sort of.
over to the window itself, and if it's closed, just quietly sort of like try and open it. I don't know if it will do any good, but it is an owl.
And there's no locks.
Hawk will assist.
But yeah, just because.
You send Owl and Hawk over. They try and open the window. They can't because it sort of needs pressure from the inside to push out, or you need to get something in there and lever it.
But it doesn't appear locked.
No, you saw last time that had no locks on it.
Excellent. It doesn't look like
As
it's
it
locked
pushes
now.
its beak on, it does move a bit, indicating something.
Excellent. I bamf it out.
Speaking of familiars, I'd like to send Paige essentially to delay, like one group of guards is soon going to pass us, to delay the next group of guards. So she'll just go up to one of them and like meow around its legs and try to get pats and do the kind of things cats do. These guards are going to be bored out of their brains. 5-10 seconds extra. I'm happy with that. You know, it's 15 seconds. I'm happy with 20-25. You know, like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You'll take a minute or an hour.
Roll a deception check for me.
that's off me. Either not to be high. I got rolled a 4. So
Okay. Alright, so you have Paige around the corner ready to go. You will start heading around to the northeast corner, where you see the large tree growing up above the fence line.
Yep. Well, Smoke just naturally finds it.
Yep.
I'll start to climb it, but like stop short of like being within eye shot of the other side of the wall. Yeah.
Do you do the same, or you perch on the wall?
No, I think I'll do the same.
Yep. So you're hanging off the ledge.
Sarissa will do the same, and she will have her familiar just looking down, just like keeping an eye out, keeping watch on guards. That way she
They
can.
seem to be working with mechanical perfection almost.
So I think I'm confused. The guards on the inside or outside of the fence?
Inside of the fence.
Okay.
Yeah, they patrol the inner walls.
And then I hooks for hands and copy these guys.
So anyone without a natural climbing speed, roll a athletics or acrobatics, or athletics for this one,
Athletics? No worries.
or strength.
10.
Yep.
Nat
That's
20.
10.
21.
Yep.
Monkbank! Killing it!
I got just like huge bony spikes. Clearly, I've looked at a book of hook horrors and
Yeah.
What'd you get?
10.
10? I'll get both of you to roll a stealth check for me.
Sure.
Okay, I'm good at that.
16.
Lots. 24.
Yep, so you both managed to, after a bit, scramble to the top, but on the way up, you kick a couple of stones loose from the wall. You notice the guards stop. You notice the guards stop. Cock their head for a second, then turn back and walk the other way with their natural 1 on perception.
Excellent.
Nice.
Now you see the patrols are actually going away from you both ways.
Seriously, we'll let everyone know. I think we're clear for a bit.
We go as quickly as possible.
Let's do it. Yep. Try to make that leap.
Are you all jumping at the same time into each other, or are you in a marching order, or?
Well,
I'll go first.
And then I guess I'll go second. So
In the order we've prearranged, Raz goes first.
Correct.
Yes.
Alright, so athletics or acrobatics check to jump into the tree.
Acrobatics
you're not already.
is a lot lower than I'm a lucky boy.
Jumping into a tree. We're going to go.
I rolled much worse than a 2. There we go. Acrobatics is +7. Dirty 20.
Yep, so you sort of jump across, grab a branch, swing in and cling to the tree trunk,
Yep.
and start skirting around. Who goes next?
I'd go next, I think.
Yeah.
8.
8.
No.
Jumps before I was going to say I was going to help you, but yep, no worries.
Make a stealth check.
I must. 9.
9.
Sarissa just drops onto the wall, out of sight.
Well, wait, can I cast guidance on myself? Never mind.
Late for that.
Yeah.
I'll say yes, because you had spent like the last session praying to Eldath.
It's true.
Nice.
It's DM Mercy right
I don't
now.
know if there's. I think I rolled too low anyway. but-
D4.
Yeah.
9 plus. Okay, 11.
It's a little better. Probably not good enough, but we'll see.
You jump and you miss your catch, but your claws extend and you grab into the tree. Bit of bark chips off. And you see one of the guards turn and look over his shoulder, but just in time you manage to scramble up and hide in the wall branches. He squints for a minute and turns and walks off.
Yeah, Sarissa, like, as soon as he screwed up, just hit the deck prone on the wall so no one could see, and then got back up.
I assume I'm being babied in third spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing Smoke's near horrific failure, Raz is ready with the levitate in case something goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, Sarissa's confident in her ability. She'll go last.
So I have advantage in this one too, or?
What are you doing?
So it's what, jumping from a wall to a tree?
Yes.
Yep.
I probably don't.
It depends how you're trying to do it.
Just older self has limitations, but
You'd have, with the clawed hands, you'd be able to grab onto the tree fairly successfully, so you'd have advantage, but it would be loud and you'd have to make a stealth check to do it as well.
I will use older self to make myself as light as possible and return my hands to normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't change size, but I can change any
Okay.
other
Do
markers.
a standard athletics or acrobatics, but if you do fail, you'll get an advantage on your stealth.
Ooh.
Depends what the DC is.
It's not terrible.
12.
Yeah, roll a stealth.
I'll have advantage on it.
Yeah, it's fine. 19.
Yeah. Once again, you miss but catch the lower branches and just pull yourself up.
I'm looking
The
gaunt.
guards don't seem to have noted.
Maybe.
All right. Not gonna lie, forgot all about her. Look, she talked a big game, but the levitate's ready anyway.
Yeah, she jumps across. Her foot slips a little bit on the branch, but she definitely catches it with another hand and starts climbing up a bit.
Well trained indeed. Can I send my familiar over to land on the branch and essentially, because it's a familiar, just light up its eyes with sort of like a faint blue lighting to be able to like show the branch to give me a solid, like a clear view of where I'm trying to land?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes, I do, which would account for it as well, I guess. It basically provides a little bit of colour, so I have a very accurate view of where I want to land.
The familiar.
This is how I'm taking an advantage on acrobatics.
You're going to have to roll a stealth as well if you've got owls lighting up in the tree.
Yes. but the familiar can still use the help action.
Yeah, like, that's essentially how I'm flavouring.
Yeah.
Is the familiar is using the help action.
For what check?
An acrobatics check.
Owl's proficient in those checks,
Of course.
No.
so it can't use the help action if it's not proficient.
You're right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's alright. I will just do a jump. Jumpy jump.
But levitate's ready.
Excellent! 9. No, hang on. Yes, 9.
9.
Yep.
Roll your stealth.
So can my owl give me advantage on that because it's proficient in stealth?
Yeah.
Just flaps past the guards and blind them. So
Exactly. 2 again. Better.
It's got a 2 in it.
16.
Yep. So you scramble up, and you see the owl swoop and just screech a bit, and they sort of the 2 lots of guards are now in the opposite corner. They start and look up.
Just make them look away while I climb up.
Disappear into the tree. As it does so, you get a relayed message that one of the guards are heading back around the other way, back towards you, and are probably 10 seconds away from line of sight.
10 seconds till guards.
Let's get to leaping.
I hide.
I assume the first people are already leaping at this point, like we're chaining it. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to attempt the hide.
So whoever's first to the veranda.
I'm gonna jump to that. I'm gonna do it. We are doing acrobatics.
Whatever you want to jump. Strength to jump further on and be safe. Acrobatics if you want to swing across. Athletics if you want to just do a standard jump.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the old acrobaticsy boy. For a natural 20.
Yeah, so you jump up, grab a bunch, tuck in and swing and throw yourself onto the veranda.
I'll hit the deck as soon as I do.
Yep. Roll stealth with advantage.
Hilarious. 17.
You all hear a very, very quiet thud as he lands and then presses down onto the shadows. Who was next?
Well, if it's the same order as last
I
time.
believe, yes.
Levitate from the ground.
Oh, Jesus. That would be athletics, so 8.
Roll stealth without advantage.
Yep. Retire that dice. Oh, jeez. So it comes undone. Stealth, 10.
Sarissa is like hiding in the tree, by the way.
Yep, so you see Smoke land and his back paw just misses and it kicks off one of these red ceramic tiles. You see it almost pulls through the again before falling towards the ground.
Oh, I levitate that thing. Tile.
Yep. So it's about a foot away from the ground. You just instinctively throw your hand out and it stops and starts moving up.
Yeah, just flick it back up into the air. It's like, no!
Not today.
Not today, physics!
You see the flickering torchlight of the guards about to come around. You think you've got a few seconds left before they do.
there's 2 more of us.
One of them is committed to hiding in the tree. Oh, Rayo.
3.
So there's, 1, 2.
Me and 2 more.
Go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run. Can I run and jump onto the tiles as much as possible and make myself slightly spongy?
Yep.
Not like spongy, but like have like paws. Give myself advantage.
For the stealth if you need to.
I need to. That's a 1. That's not an improve. That's better. 18.
Yeah, you run and you slip at the last minute and almost fall, but just hurl yourself forward. You're all watching, seeing the professor about to face plant on these tiles. For some reason, as he does, it's just very, very
It's muted. Yeah.
and no one seems to notice.
The problem is I did the feet first while I was still jumping, and it's like,
yeah. His face distends a little bit as he hits the floor. As he hits the
At this
floor.
point, the guards turn the corner. You're still
I'm hiding in the tree. Like, I just try and make myself not visible, and I'll use my owl to give me the assist action.
you get stealth.
Yep. That's quite a good 22.
That.
Yep.
Ooh.
So as they come around, you see Rhea sort of comes back around your side and hides behind the tree with you.
I've got wet skin, so my owl just like, I'm like covered up as much as possible, and the owl just sits in front of my face. It's black as night.
You see the guards patrolling. You see Rhea look at you with a bit of fear. And the guards walk around, continue on their patrol.
Exciting.
Let's go.
I've no idea.
Yep, she quite gracefully jumps across, quietly landing.
Nice.
And then gets low and just tucks her shoulder into the wall.
Just sort of like,
She holds her hand out for you. to give you advantage.
Well, thank you. And I will make that jump.
None of us thought to do that this entire time.
It's very true.
Hell, bitch! What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're males, we know what we're doing.
Exactly.
We don't need no instructions.
Oh, that's good. 24 acrobatics check.
Yep, so you jump across and she catches your hand as you land, pulls you in, tucks you into the wall next to her.
So like a triple
I think
axle, a few spins, and one.
No, it was just a coordinate jump.
I request that Paige sits on one of the nearby buildings looking down to that tree area and alerts if there like a guard's coming up waiting for us or anything.
Yep, where you just came from?
Yep.
She does this one.
So both Paige and the owl see that the guards have resumed their patrol after investigating and seeing nothing amiss.
Before I
file floating in the sky.
Yeah, right. But as about to address that, before I forget about it, I want to bring that down to about the second floor level, so I can just grab it, drop levitate, and just put it back where it was.
Yeah, you put it in and just slide it into place.
Hopefully that does not fall.
Alright,
Don't jinx it.
let's get in.
All right. I'm going to try to open this here door, and with any luck,
The window?
the window. Yes.
So you're going to go straight up and open it?
Gonna be stealthy about it, but yeah.
Roll stealth.
How dark is it out here?
It's full moonlight.
Dirty 20.
Yep, so you go up to the window where Sarissa and Rhea are both sort of tucked either side. Gently lift it up. You hear heavy breathing coming from inside.
Is there a curtain on the other side so I can't see who's here?
No. As soon as we come from the right, you see a very large ornate bed and you see a figure under a cover.
I should have waited. No, it's fine.
You wouldn't have made it over the wall.
You're right, yeah. Oh, I've got a levitate, I can get myself over, it'll be fine. I am going to try and sneak my way in.
Do you mean enter this residence?
Oh, fuck.
Yep. You know what to do.
Bollocks!
Perhaps Professor might go first. Got protection.
I'll go inside, stealthy.
Fucking vampirism. Wisdom save, you say?
Yes, DC 15. I think.
Oh, 15! Yes, it is DC 15.
Now you feel like a pushback, but you sort of just will yourself
Do we
in.
notice this?
Actually, yeah, good point.
He's like perched on the windowsill. He goes to go in, and he just tilts back for some reason. It's like,
It just looks like a moment of indecision.
And then I step in with my 21s on stealth.
Whoa.
Yeah, Professor slinks inside. You see a woman sleeping soundly on the bed, a very large king-size bed, covered in beautiful blankets and silks.
Do I recognise her as the elder Van Thamper?
yeah, right.
You can't tell. It's just a sleeping woman in a bed.
But she'd be one of the noble members of the family, or?
In a bedroom like this, yes. You think there's a good chance? But you'd also be surprised that she'd be this unguarded while she slept.
I look around the room with my true sight glasses. While other people enter.
Yep. So across the room from you see a wooden privacy screen, and just sticking out from there is a cast iron bathtub with clawed feet. There is a fireplace as well, and a padlocked iron chest sitting just next to it.
I'm sorry, clawed feet.
Yeah, what kind of clawed feet?
Oh, wait, hang
Like a
on.
bath.
Yeah.
Just over from
Really normal thing people used to do.
Yeah. We. I think you and I both had the same thing. Of like,
Yeah.
oh yes, there's somebody in the bath and they have clawed feet.
Oh, no. I was talking about what kind of clawed... What, if they have clawed feet, what design? Like dragons or demons? Or like
regular bath.
Mimics.
wow.
Because if that could give us a hint.
Okay.
Can I redesign the manor and just get like some...
Oh, I'm just trying to
Just looks like an expensive bath.
Yeah.
put...
You see a very small padlock in the darkness. You can't really see what it is very well. On this iron chest.
I'll walk up near her.
Near the chest?
No, near her. In case she wakes up, I'm going to stab her.
Yep.
Already in action.
As you move closer,
Alright.
you
Here I was thinking it'd be me.
hear a slight flapping sound, and you look over to see a very fat cat with wings rolling around the bed. It opens its eyes and looks at you.
What?
I offer it some milk.
For those at home,
Oh, glorious.
What is that?
there's a Tressum.
Good old Tress.
Can I
Oh boy!
It's like a big fluffy cat with wings.
Look at you.
Those red caps, they are
was
insanely
it-
scary.
So it was awake or did it go back to sleep?
It was awake and it sort of meowed very quietly, watching the professor.
It's dozing.
Sort of rolling on its back a bit, its wings tucked in, watching you.
Okay, Smoke is in right now?
Yes.
If you've rolled a stealth,
You will need to.
Oh shit. 10. I'm rolling so shit.
yeah, you are quite loud.
Okay, cool. Smoke is gonna offer it, pull out something that resembles a saucer, and he's gonna offer it some milk and try to make friends with it and try to we're intruding, but we're not a threat.
As you pull out the saucer of milk, it sort of rolls a bit and hops and flaps and looks up at you and meows.
I
Starts hungrily drinking at it.
cool. I keep giving it as much. I keep refilling it to keep it busy.
Is this like a normal thing? This animal, like rare but normal, or
Yeah.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah.
like we wouldn't look at it and go devil? We'd look at it and go, oh, that's just a completely normal pet that people have and it's forgotten.
Not normal, it's a monstrosity, but it's not unheard of, and they're not evil or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They are cats essentially, just with wings.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But weird.
Alright.
It's
It
an
laps up
animal.
the milk a little bit and starts nuzzling up against you and weaving between your legs.
Oh my god, you've made a friend.
Time to make a deal.
No.
No?
No, that's just dogs.
Got my like blade up near her.
Scratch it behind the ears.
I'm assuming Sarissa and we're both entering the.
Yep.
I'll use my owl taking the help action. Don't need it. 23.
Yep. You both notice Sarissa and Ray have just appeared in the room silently, wrapped in shadows.
Raz suppresses a startled cry.
I now have like giant balls for hands.
Giant
Cannonballs.
Basically, but like made out of like
Yes,
bone.
Yeah.
That's canon. Professor Monbeck has balls for hands.
Yes.
Everybody, balls for
That takes some balls.
For the next half hour.
It's a ballsy move.
Yeah. But for those wondering what the interaction there was, it was just don't kill her. So his response was to turn his like bladed weapons into fucking blunt
He's
weapons.
also like, you help me do this.
No.
Be-
Oh, I have to this one.
Would I?
you know where to hit
recognize
some
this
people.
person?
You're right. You've got a
You
point.
can't tell because she's rolled over, face down,
Yep.
covered.
I mean, look, he tends to use blade.
But we do know there's a woman in there. We can see part of her. It's not like
Yeah,
it could
it's
be
an
like
old woman.
cushions.
It's
Or
got- It could be an illusion, but with your goggles, you know it's not.
Could be like a dummy or some sort.
Mm.
all right.
Yeah.
Breathing.
He's just like.
Oh, I can't gesture.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll Raz whisper in your ear, just like. Oh fuck.
What are we doing?
Knocking her out.
She's unconscious already.
Yeah, but
She's right.
they're about to start a big commotion at some point.
If we're lucky, we won't.
Ideally. Continuing to whisper, but isn't she one of the Van Thampers? Don't we need to deal with her anyway? Knock her out, tie her up.
You are here to question them, right?
Question who?
Valley Thumpers.
Yes.
Oh well. Do we want to gather them all? Knock them out, tie them all up, and gather them all in one area and question them in one hit?
Ah, yes, mass kidnapping.
Or
I think I have that spell.
mass kidnap.
It's a 5th level spell.
Damn.
Very well, just make sure it is effective. We do not want her hurting anyone else.
All right. Yeah.
With Sarissa counting us down, 3, 2, 1, bap.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage. An auto crit, I assume.
I would hope so.
I'll have to do the maths on this.
So you're basically just. I'm trying to knock out a level 15 sorcerer.
13.
Alright, so rules as written, this is not going to work. It's just going to wake her up. So what I'm going to let you do is roll an intelligence check to see if you can find a spot to knock her out with one hit.
Oh, Raz is helping as well.
Yeah.
Right. Raz, you're the rogue. It'd make more. I don't have medicine check.
Yeah, medicine would work.
which is untrained, so 10. I just hit her in the head as hard as I can.
I'm just going to be pointing out, like, you know, specific. As maybe it's like maybe there's a bit like, you know, where the skull combines in its different bits. That you get,
I assume you're like using the back of a dagger to just go.
Yeah.
With your
Like top- yeah, like
sneak
top
attack,
of-
like what your class is really good at.
Yeah, like top of the spine, that sort of area.
Top of the spinal collar cause a blackout.
Yeah.
It's a hard reset.
What he said.
Yep, Ray hears you talking or whispering. Comes in. Under the back of the skull, upwards.
17 to hit.
Yeah,
Uppercut with the fucking thing.
that definitely hits.
Magical weapon does 1d6 plus
High or low?
high. High's good.
55.
Ooh!
Her breathing becomes laboured. She seems unconscious.
Cool.
Pull out the rope. Oh, well, I change my hands back, pull out the rope, tie her up. I put her in a mage tie just in case.
Hey, what, sorry?
Mage tie. You see me bind her hands up so she can't.
Putting her
Like,
fingers so she can't gesture.
I also grab like
Gag.
just something to just gag her with a sock or something.
I'll use Kip's headband for that.
Perfect. I expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I need that back later.
So
Does it have value to you?
Cat sort of flaps up and lands on her and
Pretty much.
walks around a bit. Runs off.
I assume the room doors closed in the room.
Yeah, just runs away from you as you shoo it.
Oh, you're good.
Back to smoke.
There's a chest over there.
Okay.
That might have something important in it.
You know what? It just might. Is there like a desk in here that I can search first, or nah?
There is.
So are they big on doing their studies in their own bedrooms?
There is no desk in here.
Cool.
I played this mod. I played a different module before. Does she have a necklace with a key on it?
Investigation check.
Can I assist with that?
Probably. I don't think we're very good at this. 14.
Yep, so you do pull the necklace out. It doesn't have a key on it though.
Does
It seems to be a string of pearls.
Does it feel magical?
No.
Does it look magical?
No. Just looks like a necklace.
Alright.
Does it look valuable?
Yeah.
No, I'm not rolling it.
Sarissa will just go over the door and keep her ear to it and listen if there's footsteps outside or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll use my owl to help me. Actually, I'll get my owl to do it. It has a better perception than me.
I am going to pick that padlock.
Yeah, it's completely silent when you put your ear to the door. Yep, roll your check.
It is a lot. Good boy.
I'm just going to close the window.
22.
Yeah, there's someone close behind you.
Smoke pulls out a cucumber and just puts it behind the couch. See what happens.
And you wake up the guard.
Is it?
24. That is the thing, yes.
Yep, so you kneel down to the padlock, you take it in your hand, and as you do, you notice it's the head of a demon shaped into a brass padlock.
Like I assume the hole for the lock is just its mouth.
Yep, and it's got horns up, and you click the lock, it swings open.
Just gonna pocket that for later. I'm trying to open this here chest. Do I check it for traps first? Come on back. Look at this here thing. Is there anything invisible on it?
We will investigate together.
Anything special about it?
26
Box.
on investigation.
There is some sort of trapping mechanism underneath. 23. It seems like it is weight related.
Nothing magical. Do you see any of the mundane traps?
Not immediately.
Those floorboards don't look quite right.
Oh, now you mention it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
So what you do see in the chest is 3 thin black covered ledgers with some entries written in Infernal on top,
Okay.
a set of calligrapher's supplies, a poisoner's kit, and a coin pouch made from a sheep bladder.
Okay.
Are there just books around, like a library or something like that? Like not a library, but like a
In here,
bookcase.
no. There's also a set of panpipes sitting there with some small rats carved into them.
Ooh.
Okay.
You don't need that ability, so you just better do it automatically.
If
So
it's, okay,
I
so
think
if-
we need to replace this with useless junk.
okay, or is there? Can you read the inscriptions on the front? I seem to recall you having a book that could give you access to any other book that you could recall the title of.
But that has to be part of the library, the
Oh,
university.
that's right.
I think we should just take all this stuff. There's that pressure trap for about the weight.
Okay.
So can you either jam that or we do some sort of like trick where like I heard once there was a bag of gems and someone had a bag of sand and they switched it. I can't remember what happened after that.
Sarissa wanders up and hearing them speaking about like pressure sensitive traps and stuff. She just sort of looks at it and tries to gauge how much weight there would be amongst all of the items.
Yeah.
How many daggers worth of books are there?
How much gold worth? Because I only have one dagger.
No, maybe you've only got one.
Correct. How many daggers worth of?
Yeah.
You'd think probably anywhere between 5 and 8 pounds. You wouldn't know exactly how much is in the coin pouch.
Well, I think just
Between 5 and 8 pounds.
or we just jam the mechanism. I can't do that, but you're handy with these tools.
And you've just been pointing out what the trap is.
Indeed. Yeah, I can try to.
I mean,
I can try to disarm it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna back away in case he fucks it up.
Pull the weight. Damn it.
I'm gonna. Hang on.
I step in front of my new friend just to protect it. Something happens.
The thought occurs.
As you do, it steps back and lets out a yowl as it jumps, seeing this cucumber on the ground.
Oh,
Your
I
alignment
go back to
shifts
the-
towards evil.
Yeah. I go back to the door and just make sure nobody heard that yelp.
Roll perception.
Sure, I'll use the owl's perception because
The owl's doing it.
the owl's the one doing it. 11.
Listen, doesn't seem to be any sounds coming from out there.
I'm still just gonna stay by the door though, even if there is nothing.
Well, in any case, I'm just gonna try and jam this thing.
How are you going to do it?
Well, if it needs to.
You want to stop it from going up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So it's just a matter of actually making sure that it does that.
Just like wedging it.
Yeah, I'll just wedge a dagger in between between the floorboards.
With your check, you know you don't want it to rise.
Yeah, so if it's like that, you can put a dagger there, so it's wedged. So if it tries to rise, it just the dagger's wedge of it.
Yeah.
It won't work.
So
Yeah.
it's something at an angle to stop it for you.
Yeah. I've got plenty of daggers that I can do that with, and but importantly to that, I can also put a bunch of daggers in there to do that.
There'll be a low DC, but make it a strength check to wedge the daggers in there so they don't move.
Sure. 10.
You jam a couple in there, reel them in a bit, and press down on the handles.
Yep. All right. Cool. Brilliant. All right. Let's start taking that shit. I'm going to start with the pouch this time.
Yep. You take the pouch out.
I'm not
Shake it. It
leaving.
seems to be full of coins.
Yes, I'm not leaving behind money.
Especially not from Chief Moneylender herself. Speaking of,
Exactly.
I'm keeping an eye on her. An eye and an ear on her.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go next to the books because they seem the most important.
The ledgers.
Yes.
Yep.
Take them like one at a time. Yeah. All right. Cool. Books. Next 3. These are all going into the bag as I go.
So what's left is a calligrapher's supplies, a poisoner's kit, and a set of panpipes.
I want the pen bugs.
Yeah, Professor. I'm not going to touch anything whilst we're over here. Are those panpipes anything magical?
Yes, they actually look like the is it Pipes of Sewers? Pipes of the Sewers. I got 26 on my account check. Yeah, judging by the inscription there. Or one of the sets of them.
Is that good?
Oh, if you like being able to summon rats and control them. Yes.
I take the panpipes.
Yep. You see the dagger give way a little bit and it rises, but the second one jams it, but it seems like it's teetering precariously now.
I like to put my foot on the pressure plate so it's level again.
Yep.
Alright, well.
Can you fix that?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll fix up the dagger so it's back in there.
With disadvantage.
Well, that's a bastard, isn't it? It's a good thing I'm still vaguely lucky. Okay, turn to 6 into a 9, so that is a 14, 13.
Yeah, you jam it back in a bit more securely than last time.
Yep, cool and good.
As the professor moves his foot slightly, it feels like it's wedged in place.
Quite good. Are we putting anything back in here so that we don't have to leave daggers behind?
Does not bother me.
Up to you.
How much does the monstrosity cat weigh?
It weighs.
It's gonna make a lot of noise.
Indeed.
I mean, look, if it's alive, it will make noise.
Doesn't actually say.
It's a tiny monstrosity, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it probably weighs more than what was in there.
It's slightly bigger than a human skull.
Slightly.
Slightly.
I kind of. Do I like? No.
You fed it some of your milk.
No, I am bonded with it.
Soul bonding.
How big is the pressure plate compared to the chest?
Seems to be at the bottom.
So it's exactly the same size.
Yeah, so it's cloaked as the base of it.
Okay.
Oh, what am I doing? I've just got a shit ton of daggers that I can just leave behind in there. Yeah, it's fine. Look, I'll just keep putting daggers in there until it seems sufficiently weighted down.
You got 2 and it's jammed.
Right, but like into the thing, so I can take the daggers out and I don't have to be concerned.
What's to be concerned?
You make a solid point, I guess.
There's no point in exchanging 2 daggers for 10
More.
If somebody is going to, if we reclose the chest, and somebody were to take the daggers out, if there is no weight in the chest, the trap will go off on there.
I
like it. I like it a
I
lot.
could speak with the cat and see what it thinks we should do.
No.
I think save your ability to make that.
Genuinely, I don't. Has that ever actually gone well? It's gone well like once, I think.
History check, it probably worked every single time.
What is?
Speaking with animals.
It hasn't worked badly for you so far.
How about if we're content on leaving it, we can leave it. If we want to not leave a horrible trap for this young lady in the bed, let me do it.
The cat starts hissing, and you see its hackles raise.
Do I understand what it's hissing about?
It's staring at the window.
I look at the window.
You see an imp sitting in the window watching.
Ah, interesting.
And
It's
sort of,
hissing.
you see it flare its wings ready to flap off.
I don't
Please.
think it likes the imp. I think it's
Wait,
with us.
Sleep
Cast where?
just outside the window.
So it doesn't affect anything in the room?
Yep.
Yep. The imp falls
So it's just
quietly onto the top
level
of
one
the
side.
veranda.
How does the cat say now?
Sort of stares for a minute, eyes darting back and forth, and it starts purring and rolls between your legs.
So I'm going to deal with that.
Yeah, I'm going to go over and finish off the imp so that it's not on this material plane anymore.
Yep, so you see the flickering flame of a guard patrol walking past below.
I'm going to
Assuming
wait
you
for that to
till they go.
pass. Yes, you assumed correctly.
Opening the window, roll a stealth with advantage.
17.
The imp's just outside, you don't even need to leave, you could reach for the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dissipates.
Sweet. Cool.
Are we planning on continuing to the next room?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you able
Take it
to
all.
leave your familiar here to keep an eye on her?
If need be.
Need be.
So I got a 14 on investigation, focusing mainly around the fireplace, but everywhere in this room. Is there a secret door?
You can't find anything.
Alright. Cool. The door to the rest of the manor, I assume, is unlocked.
The door to the next room is, yes.
Cool. Let us give that a little crack and a creak and see what's on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a creak, just a crack.
So you turn the gilded handle and slide the door open.
Mhm.
The room contains a vanity unit topped with framed oval mirror, bottles of perfume, brushes, cosmetics, needles and spools of thread. You also see a wooden partition adorned with a bird of prey rounded in gold leaf, a tall black wardrobe, and a decorative gold rug laid out in front of 3 unlocked wooden chests.
Okay, this strikes me immediately. Does this strike anybody else as a wardrobe?
Well, yes.
Good. We're all agreeing to that, and the only things likely to be in those chests is clothes.
Unless something is hidden at the bottom.
You see across from where you've entered another door,
Uh-huh.
to your right, a door.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. We will.
I heard you should hide your platinum pieces at the bottom of your sock drawer.
It's a terrible place to put him.
Yeah, everyone knows, I know. But
Well,
she might. They don't have any defences here. They might.
They do seem to be kind of idiots.
Oh, I'll just have a quick.
One of them might be a devil.
Sure. I'll have a quick look.
Yeah, I'll have a quick look.
So you help me?
The cat thing will assist if it can. Is that
25 to boot around in her underwear drawer. And
So what are you searching?
the 3 chests and the clothes.
Yep, so one chest is full of shoes, another one contains 3 old bridal gowns, and a third contains seasonal hats. The wardrobe's filled with corsets and fine clothes.
You've already got a hat.
There doesn't seem to be anything strange about them.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna snag as many needles as are in here.
So they're on the vanity. Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
I will assist you.
11.
Yep, so you start pulling some of the small needles out that are used for sewing. And you notice a drawer that has a small lock hole in it.
Ooh. Presumably it's locked, and I'm going to try the handle first anyway, but...
High or low?
Hi. Oh.
It is locked.
Well, time to work my magic.
With your background, you'd know it would be a fairly easy lock to get into. You'd be able to just break the latch fairly easily. Probably quite quietly because it's just a drawer.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Yep, so you sleight of hand.
Yep.
Lots. Dirty 20.
Yeah, so you put a dagger in, slide across, and just jimmy it as you feel it hit a latch. And it pops open.
Yep.
Inside you find 6 bottles of fine perfume.
Okay.
If you want to write down, there were 20 gold pieces each.
Yep.
A silver hairbrush inlaid with lapis lazuli worth 100 gold pieces. A wooden jewellery box with electrum filigree for 75 gold pieces.
Sorry, what was that one?
So it's a jewellery box with
Yep.
electrum filigree worth 75 gold pieces. And as you open it, there's a pearl necklace almost exactly like what she was wearing, worth 250 gold pieces.
Cool.
A platinum cameo shaped like a winged cat that you've now seen, worth 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
And 2 thin crystal vials holding potions of healing.
I'm taking those, yes. 2 of those?
Yes.
Cool. I am going to take the perfume, the pearl necklace, the jewellery box, and the potions of healing.
Yep.
So that.
So you search through this room. There are now 2 doors. So one that is to the right of where you entered and one that's across the room from where you entered.
So one is probably another bedroom, one's a hallway.
Yeah, safely assume so.
Very likely.
Half of us have been in mansions before. So we'll head to another bedroom, should be there.
Alright.
Well,
In we go.
Are we, as I said, we just tying everyone up and interrogating them?
Everyone that we come across, yes.
yes?
Excellent.
Many as we can.
And as quietly as we can.
Yep, so you go across the other bedroom.
Yep.
Open the door and it swings in. In the middle you see an oak writing desk that's angled to face the centre of the room and has matching chair behind it with 2 black candlesticks on top.
A writing desk.
There are 3 bookcases and a freestanding suit of black plate armour topped with a bucket helm, equipped with a long sword and a shield. Behind it you see a wrought iron staircase leading up. As you step into the room, the helm blazes with orange light, and the sword raises and the shield raises.
I'd say, Van Thamper!
And that is where we're going to leave it.
I'm ready to spell magic.
Alright guys, so thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to stop in next week to see if we survive this and what comes next. Thursday, tomorrow.
We have Star Wars. They're
Star
on
Wars.
Tatooine in Mos Shutta, mucking about with Jar. I always people call them Jawas because they're Jabba the Hutts.
Yes.
So amongst other
Mucking with
things,
Hutts.
they're just trying to get their ship prepared while they're waiting for their tracer to find out where the Inquisitors are.
Yeah. And next Monday we're back for more Princes of the Apocalypse. DM'd by Brett himself, with me playing a Chaos Monkey.
I was going to say, I would say what was about to happen, but I think he knows more. But you don't.
Maybe.
But yeah, they're working their way through the temples at the moment.
So make sure you stop in on all 3, check it out. We'll see you all soon. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
Ciao.
Catch you around.